It's an air fryer. How long do you air fry it for?
I do 270 degrees for 6 minutes, immediately into a water bath. Like an ice bath to cool. Although that gives it really watery. So if you like your like slightly firmer eggs, then go like 7 minutes.
I made a note, and George said 30 seconds and then stir. 30 seconds on high.
And what wattage oven?
Yeah, but to be clear, like that's just to get some of it cooked, so that then you can mix it up with a fork and it will stay.
Well, yeah.
And then you put it back into whatever consistency you look.
And those are like eggs in a bowl, right? Like you deshell.
Yeah, literally. Yeah. Yes. Yes. Don't put shelled eggs in the microwave. That's probably. I've never tried it, but I think that's probably end poorly for everybody.
I imagine it would burst.
Well, maybe it's like you like poked a hole in the top or something like that. Like, and you like put them in the carton, so like the hole was on top. Maybe they would just like steam like a volcano.
Yes, I think that would be worse somehow. It would just like shoot out in one direction.
I mean, but if you want to find out and let us know, like by all means.
I will respectfully decline. I mean, I may do it anyway on accident, but not on purpose. So in video game news, there's E3. I haven't seen anything that terribly excites me, but maybe you guys are excited for Elden Ring or something.
I have interest in it. I am trying to keep my my hopes very low.
Good plan. Good plan.
I am interested.
Yeah, everything I saw that looked even remotely interesting wasn't coming out till 2022. So it's like, we'll let's check back in 9 months.
There's supposedly some XCOM related news that hasn't come out yet. Rumor has it it's like XCOM Marvel, which sounds a little disappointing, but I don't know. I love XCOM, so I'll probably play it anyways.
I would probably play XCOM Marvel. Not like I didn't know it was a thing, but like you just consider the Chimera Squad and you just replace like the
that's similar idea
with Marvel superpowers. I'm like, all right, sure, I'm in. You
know,
Captain America replaces the guy with the shield. Sure, I'm in.
But then, like, how do they do the whole, if you get shot, you're fucking dead thing?
Yeah. Well, those are the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., I guess. I don't know. And there's a helicarrier in Avengers? Sure. No. Like XCOM, Marvel? I totally get it. You can fight the Kree or some shit.
I'm open to the idea, but I mean, the fact that there's an XCOM game supposedly in the works makes me happy.
It's a good way to feel.
Although Long War of the Chosen is almost done. Look forward to playing that when it's done too.
Given that like Biggs and Jam still plays like the old Long War, I mean
I'm still watching the old Long War is such a good game. I love it.
So in order to take a hard left turn on this conversation, suit your night. How about whatever manager's been talking about?
Wait, what has he been talking about?
Wait, what has manager been talking about?
Oh, you're not in the Cool Kids Club?
Ugh.
He has been discussing a relatively fast move to Horde in the next couple weeks.
Yes.
Which is sudden.
I'm curious why he didn't like put it in the Discord and instead like messaged me. I'm like, this is kind of what's happening.
So I guess he's been whispering everyone one by one. All I know chronologically is that we interviewed that Warlock the other day, and the Warlock doesn't want to come Alliance. But it seems I don't think manager would just up and transfer the guild in the hopes of a single Warlock applying.
I think it's probably more like the straw that broke the back.
Yeah, but I don't know. It is what it is. I'm gonna go wherever the guild goes. So
my problem with it is the rank 1 titles require you to have played 50 games on the faction you're on if you transfer, and that's unlikely to happen. And I'm currently sitting on a Hero of the Alliance that I don't really want to not get.
Same here. I mean,
the season ends
asked me
with the
about
patch,
that.
right?
It usually does, yes. But the problem is that they say they calculate it. It's really unclear from like the posts they make about how the rewards go out. they say don't transfer until the season ends, but it sounds like after that point it should have calculated what you get, and you'll get it within 2 weeks, even if you do transfer at that point. But then they add an addendum saying that it is based on your faction, and so if you transfer, you have to play 50 games on the faction you transferred to. So it's like, so do you, if you wait till the season ends and then immediately transfer, do you get it within 2 weeks, regardless of where you are, or do you not?
Well, my plan is apparently I would be transferring my shaman first, and I'll just be a shaman until my priest gets the title, and then I transfer to
Yeah,
priest.
that's what he was saying to me. He's just like, oh, just keep playing your paladin until then. It's like, oh my god, this is so fucked up.
Just level up a new warlock.
There is that's actually really short, but it's an older season. It's from the end of Legion, but it says everything I just did, and it's very unclear what you need to do in order to not risk not getting the titles. It's like, oh yeah, once it's ended, you're good, but then you'll get the stuff in 2 weeks, and also you need to make sure you don't transfer 50 wins, and I don't know, it's fucked up.
Literally contradicts itself twice.
It's like, how do I know?
The first statement is like, okay, the season's in, I'm free to go, and then it's just, no, actually, you got to stay.
I don't know. It just seems very sudden for all of this to be suddenly urgent.
Wait, but why does it matter if you get Hero of the Alliance if you're going Horde? Can you, like, use it?
I don't think so.
I didn't think so either.
I mean,
But
some
my
of the Horde
alliance
Alliance-
characters could.
Fair.
Plus, some titles transfer, like just
I don't
switch
think
to-
those ones do, unfortunately. But still, it's not about using the title, because I wouldn't use the title anyway. It's about having gotten the title. God damn it.
Plus, sometimes people are acting like they're big and bad with their titles, and you're just like, but I got this one.
Indeed, that's like what I live for, is balling on people with mounts and titles that they can't have because I'm better than they are. It's really the only reason to play WoW. It's not for fun. People don't play WoW for fun.
Yeah, I figured that one out myself.
It's all some form of self-torture or ego inflating.
Exactly.
Jordan,
As it
enchanting
should
was
be.
the right call, by the way.
What was who right?
Enchanting was the right call. I've made 600 gold just since I've joined Discord selling enchants.
Nice. I eventually will probably play more TBC. I just haven't yet.
Just sitting around cracking shards and like 5 gold to put my enchant on your shit, your mat.
Yeah. Well, and because TBC just started and I'm pretty far ahead of the pack, I've got like all the good shit, and people are starting to get their raiding gear.
I imagine if they got the raiding gear, they would just have someone in their guild who could enchant. Like, you figure they'd all be playing enough to like hit the rep limits or whatever.
Well,
whatever.
some of the enchants are like raid drops and stuff, and it's only been out for 2 weeks, so people just haven't gotten them.
That's fair. I don't remember what the TBC enchants are, but I'm sure there are some that like you need your like title surge from the fucking boss or whatever. Didn't TBC have like belt enchants and like bracer enchants?
It had bracer enchants. It didn't have anything for belts.
Because I remember I was still wearing 2-piece faith, and I had bracers and belt, and like my bracers had or belt, one of them I don't remember, had like the new enchant, so it was less terrible than it could have been.
I could have sworn belt enchants were first added in Wrath, and it was just a socket. But
Yeah, I could be misremembering. It's like one of the pieces was enchanted, and it was probably.
There are
They
bracer
definitely had like
enchants.
they definitely had like the 9 vitality bracer enchant for fucking forever in vanilla. I've been playing Genshin Impact. It had a patch. It's okay. You get to ride around. It's like Wind Waker, actually. Like if the original Genshin Impact was like not Twilight Princess, the Breath of the Wild. The new one is like Wind Waker. So you got your little boat, and it's got a cannon on it, and you go around the little islands collecting treasures and shit. It's all right. Better than their last like 3 or 4 patches, which were really, terrible. Not terrible, just not much content. This one has a lot of stuff to do. And the best part of the game is the exploring. So the fact that this one has a lot of exploring to do is good for it.
I'm always happy when people get a good update to the games they play.
It does kind of boggle the mind that this area, which is quite expensive, is temporary. Like it's going away in like a month, and like the area is of high enough quality and interesting enough and has enough stuff to explore that like they could just leave it in and no one would like all right, cool, maybe we don't go there because like it's not like part of the contiguous map or whatever of the world, but like it would like it's a fun place to explore, and like sure, once you're done exploring it, there's no reason to go back, but you know, taking it away for a month seems like a waste of all the effort that went into play it when like nobody who comes in and joins the game later is ever going to go back. But I mean, apparently, you know, that fear of missing out is how they get people to play their game, and you know, so whatever.
Yeah, I've considered playing that game a couple times, but the one time I played a gacha game, I spent more money on it than I would have liked to have spent, and so I no longer play those games.
I highly recommend not putting any money into the game. It's their gacha, you know, it's fucking awful. But like I said, if you just want to play the game free to play, it is accessible that way. And the exploration part of the game, which is what you do right away, and the best parts of the game are you know, they don't require like good characters in the slightest or anything like that. In fact, when I first started playing, I got good characters and I took out some of the starting characters, but like the starting character has like the ability to light fires, and that's super important when you're exploring the world. And so I had to constantly put her back into the party. I'm like, what the hell? Why are all these fires like the torches were far away, so you had to like use an arrow to light on a fire. And like I had a fire character, but like she would just light fires nearby, and it wasn't good enough. It didn't have enough range. So yeah. Anyway. Don't recommend the game if you're going to spend money, but if you just want to like tool around in it as a free to play game to explore, and it's very good quality for that.
So in other news from this week, I tried to start up a D&D session with Suture, my girlfriend, and my older brother, and that didn't happen because my older brother decided he didn't want to play at the last minute, which was, as Suture pointed out, peak D&D.
Yeah, I mean, I'm really living for the D&D experience, so.
D&D session's not happening because someone isn't there. Yeah, that's D&D.
Yeah, that happens all the time.
Talking about D&D not happening, shall we begin?
So that it is happening?
Oh, it is happening then.
We've reached
Plot
our
twist.
allotted 20 minutes.
I mean, I can talk about other stuff, but yes, I'm ready to play Dungeons & Dragons.
Who wants to do the recap?
Suture, I recommend you.
Better question, who can do the recap?
I mean,
Wait.
George, your recap earlier was fine.
Well,
like I think I get the main point.
Well, last week,
I have inspiration though.
Last week, Abletus, Tarek, and Pebble decided to go to the alien spaceship by themselves, and they got captured.
Nice.
Last week we left off with, well, it started with Drak. He had gone crazy from the Psi crystal, heard or saw visions of a crashed ship somewhere to the south. You guys decided to go check it out. On your way there, you ran into a tribe of, well, not a tribe, but like a group of strange naked men with a Goliath werebear. Pebble died. Pebble was reincarnated by the shaman of the elk tribe. And then really that was about it. I mean, last session was basically just a lot of combat.
Well, then we had a whole bunch of expedition where everybody threw their secrets on the table, like, yeah, there's my secrets, and then someone else was like, well, here are my cards.
Yes,
now here are my cards.
But if you don't
were a
remember
couple
my
of those.
secret, then you can't reveal it on me. So I guess Obletus' secret was that he is a werebear also,
Oh my.
or was bitten by a werebear anyway.
Might be a werebear also. Who's to say?
And we acquired
Unconfirmed
some
bearware.
we acquired some silver jewelry in case I can't control myself.
Yeah, you guys acquired a lot of silver pieces.
Yeah, I don't remember what I
Yeah.
requested, but it was something.
Oh,
Silver rocks, just chunks of silver.
Yeah.
That's right.
For catapult. You guys got some. Let's see here. You guys got like swords. I think that was really about it, right? Abletus, you got a weapon.
No, I got manacles.
That's right. You got manacles. But I don't remember what I gave you all. You're all supposed to track that. So, and then you guys went to bed. Does anybody?
Level up?
You do not level up, unfortunately. Although I was really tempted to, but I didn't want to level you up yet. I'm going to be honest. I wasn't expecting you guys to fight the werebear. But here we are. So, so you guys.
That's the sort of thing you do when you're not sure how strong something is.
So you guys went to bed, courtesy of a giant tent from the Tribe of the Elk. They offered to house you. Oh, you guys also learned where the Tribe of the Bear is residing.
The Cave of the Berserkers is full of berserkers. Who would have thought?
Yes.
It's full of destiny, I'm told.
It's full of destiny.
You guys learned that from one of the rings that you found, and that they were worshippers of O'Real, the Frostmaiden.
Speaking of destiny, can any of you speak with dead? All right. Well, we'll need to get a scroll then.
I think it's a 3rd level spell. I could be wrong.
Correct. You would have to get to level 5 if you wanted to not fail.
Wait, but can you speak with dead when you get spells? When you use a cleric, right, or a bard? You're a bard. Ha! They have speak with dead.
Yes, if I were level 5, I could speak with that.
Oh, you're also able to. Okay, good. Good. Then we don't need a scroll. Perfect.
Why do you have to talk
We
to
do
the
need some
dead?
Because then you have to talk with the skull.
But the dead can only talk for so long after they're dead.
Look, this plan isn't fully fleshed out, but it's going to work.
I get it,
Destiny
fleshed out
involved.
because they're dead. I
Ah,
don't. I like you. You're funny.
Yeah, technically, you have to have been dead within the last 10 days, and you have to have a mouth.
well, the skull has a mouth.
But it's probably been dead for a little bit longer than 10 days, no? I mean, like, maybe it just died.
It's possible, he knew when he was going to die. Maybe he knew when I was going to find him and waited to die until only 10 days before I find him, which might be in the future. He might still be alive.
Fancy.
I believe speak with that doesn't actually bring like their soul back to the corpse either. It's just sort of, it's complicated.
Yeah, dying's pretty complicated.
All right, well, we'll have to true resurrect the skull then.
Do not recommend.
Dying or true resurrection?
Oh, dying. I mean, I haven't been true resurrected. I wouldn't know. I've only been reincarnated. Which, to be fair, that was pretty cool. I mean, you get taller, apparently. Which is pretty cool.
I mean, it'd just be harder for you to get shorter. Like, if I got resurrected or reincarnated, maybe I'd be shorter.
No. It's actually mathematically guaranteed that you get taller. That's what the goddess I was speaking to in my short time dead said.
So you guys did finish your long rest. You guys are waking up for the morning. What do you guys want to do?
Well, I think we were on our way to go see about a mind-melting spaceship.
Yeah, something about making you not bleed out of your ears anymore. Where's the crystal, by the way? One that you insist glows in the dark.
It's right here, and it does glow, see? It's glowing.
Very faintly.
User error. You, not me.
I mean, I can see in the dark and I don't see it glowing.
Well, if you can see in the dark, you wouldn't see it glowing. In order to see something glowing, it has to not be dark. If you can see in the dark and it's now already not dark and you can't see it.
Alright, do we agree
Right.
that Tarek is a neutral third party in this? Good. Tarek,
No.
is it glowing?
I already activated my dark vision. It's not
Yeah.
glowing.
See, you can't see it either.
Well, no, we can all see you can see in the dark too.
All right, here we need to test. We need to make an experiment to test this. If you don't believe me, we'll put me in one of these tents, make it real dark, and no other light, just the stone. And then
You know,
you'll
we
like
have
hold up
stuff to do
fingers.
today.
Do we?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, it's your ears that are going to bleed. So, I mean, if you want to putz around in the tents, I mean, I'm not going to stop you. Although, you know, maybe the elk tribe might eventually get annoyed.
Well, you'll just have to believe me then.
I'm going to ignore you, but you can think I believe you.
Right. So, let's go to Relic and tell him that we're, heading out. Thank you for your hospitality. We will perhaps meet again some other time, fighting bear people. Be on our way.
See, you should have said that as I go to Relk and I tell him these things, and then we could just have left.
Oh, so no one's coming with me then?
Yeah. No, we're just assume everyone's following.
Oh, okay. Well, here I go then. Hey, Relic, thank you for your hospitality, and for making me not dead. Well, I mean, that wasn't you, but you know what I mean. Anyways.
Good luck out there.
Yeah, we're gonna head out now. Something about like brain-sucking, bleeding monster spaceships. I don't know. But if we run into any other bear people, we'll just we'll kill them because they tried to kill us. But it's totally fair, right? But yeah. Thank you very much.
Yeah, strange world, but I'm sure we'll meet again.
Well, I mean, I can't be sure that it is a big world, but if we do meet again, that would be swell. So don't die.
Thanks. You as well. Again.
Yeah, not planning on it. Goodbye.
Was there anything else anybody wanted to do before you guys leave the elk tribe?
I think last time I asked for one set of summoning materials, which I already used to resummon Lulu. So if there's any more summoning reagents, I'm gonna pick up an extra set just in case.
Oh yeah, I mean you can go talk to Relk and he'll no problem give it to you.
Excellent.
Wait, so what happened to Lulu in the last battle? Did she get smacked?
Yeah, if I recall correctly,
Someone
some
cast
fairy
fairy
fire
fire.
happened.
Ah, right.
In my defense, the cat was invisible. How could I have known it was there?
Wait, so your cat's back? I thought, I mean, I guess I'm back, so. But, your cat's.
Let's
me?
not make it a contest of who can die more.
No. I'm just curious. If you could bring the cat back, can you bring me back? Should it happen again?
I don't. It's not quite the same.
Oh, it's because I'm better than the cat, right? I understand. Okay.
Oof.
No, I understand. It's complicated to bring people back from the dead.
If you believe in Shar hard enough, maybe I could bring you back. If you die.
Wait, is that? Oh, maybe.
Plus, I need 500 gold worth of materials because bodies are expensive.
Wait, what does Shar look like? Have you ever met her? I don't remember what the goddess I met looked like.
I mean, it's a secret.
Oh. Well, then if I do remember, I won't tell. I mean, I don't know if it was Shar. It could have been anyone, right? It was only there for 20 seconds.
Did you meet someone while you were dead?
I mean, I think so. My memory's kind of hazy. I think dying does that to you.
I will say that Shar generally likes dark and purple stuff. Does that,
It was very dark, yeah.
I mean,
hard to tell purple when dark.
I mean, purple is like a shade of dark.
I knew a guy once that really liked purple.
Is he okay?
I think so.
What's his name, Lulu?
No. He had a shop in Waterdeep.
Oh, well, if we ever go there, we should meet him. I mean, Oblita says Shar likes purple, so maybe this person worships Shar. You never know with these things.
So, are we going to see a brain melting ship?
You know, when you put it that way, I'm somehow the shithole of Dugan's Hole is sounding more appealing.
I mean, we've already made it like 80% there. Let's just go in and out real quick, 20 minutes.
It's a bigger journey than that, but yes, we are. I did spend all that effort convincing Elena to put off her personal endeavors for this stupid ship. So that said, evaluating circumstance when in light of new evidence is, not a bad thing.
But did we get any new evidence?
I mean, we've reflected on the old evidence.
Yes. But like,
Well, I mean, I guess if
if
All
Drock
right,
is
I'm
bleeding out
going
of
to a
his-
brain melting ship. I'll see you there.
Yeah,
all right, fine.
I'll follow you.
I mean, aren't I the one charting the course? Aren't you gonna get lost?
Oh, we're going that way. Oh no, we're going that way.
I plotted out a perfect course, and to be fair, we are now off of that course, but we're not like that far off the course. We can get back on it in 15 minutes.
So you guys head out of the Elk Tribe camp. Can I get a survival check from you, Oblitus?
What am I survival checking for?
To find the path.
Well, this should be easy.
You find a way.
Yeah, so you guys didn't leave the path very far. It was only about a 15-minute walk from where you guys originally were. So you decide, hey, you know what? Because you guys ended up like over here. You guys decide, hey, you know what? I'm pretty sure if we just head south, we'll be okay. Oh, rip.
A mayor.
Yeah. So you guys start heading south, heading towards the spaceship. Is there anything you guys want to do? Are you guys going to keep a lookout as you're going, or are you just walking?
God, I hope so. But I'm busy
gonna-
navigating.
I'm gonna watch the stone and do no other things.
Hey, Elena, you're the one that usually looks for the bad guys, right?
That is what I will do.
Perfect. I jump on the sled.
Heck.
In that case, can I get a perception check from Alina, please? Yeah, everything looks good. So you guys eventually find the path. You start heading south. As you guys are getting closer to the ship, Drock, you start to notice the crystal starts pulsing. The light gets a little bit brighter and then dims and brighter and dims. And the closer that you guys get, the brighter it gets and the faster it starts breathing almost.
Okay, you can't tell me you don't see that now.
Do I see it like pulsing and breathing?
You do not.
Looks like an ordinary rock to me. Although I will say that if you see it doing those things, maybe you shouldn't hang on to it.
No, it means we should hold on to it tighter.
It could be cursed, or if we could see through it, maybe they could see through it back at you. Maybe like put it in like a black sack or something.
Black.
Could also start bleeding out of your ears and eyes again.
And like if you need to look at it, you just like open up the sack and hold it up to your eye, and then since it glows, you can just see inside the sack without like letting it see around you.
Alina, you actually start noticing it pulsing as well. You can see the
Oh.
light coming.
Oh, and so I didn't notice it originally, and at some point it's just lighting up for me.
Mhm.
Mm.
See, I told you I wasn't crazy. How would you like to be stuffed in a sack? I'm not putting it in no sack. Let's go.
Well, perhaps we should be increasingly wary as we travel. Do you want to like? How close are we now?
Make a survival check.
God damn.
Yeah, so you guys are just getting past the trees now. You're like 100% confident that just over this hilltop is where the ship would be.
Since we're close, do we want to leave the dogs here and send Tarek ahead to scout out the area?
Yeah, I need a minute to like touch myself, anyways.
Yeah, just Tarek, just go over the hill carefully, and remember, like, don't like silhouette yourself at the top of the hill. Just like go over the hill, maybe on the side, so you can look over it, and tell us what you see.
Yeah, I mean, what's the the worst that can happen?
Well, I mean, we have line of sight on you, so like, if you get attacked, you can just run back to us, and we'll run up the hill to get you, no problem.
Remember, pineapple's the word.
I'll just run, I think. I'll go ahead and sneak up and scout ahead.
Make a stealth check for me. So as you get to the top of the little hilltop there, you start to notice an eerie glow that betrays the monstrous outline of something stupendous and ominous. It looks like a cephalopod with slimy, ropey tentacles as thick as tree trunks that has tried and failed to bury its immense bulk in the snow.
What's a cephalopod?
I don't know.
None of us see it. So.
Do I see anything around this gigantic cephalopod?
No, you see like just mounds of snow. I mean, it looks like this strange, like monstrous being almost that's just like buried in the snow, but there doesn't seem to be any signs of life or anything like that.
Is it like moving at all, or is it just like, does it look alive?
It does not.
I see. Well, upon not seeing anything besides that, I shall head back to the others and tell them of this spooky thing.
Well, I'm glad that this is the
Could
spot.
you make a perception check for me?
What was that?
I assume it was Terry.
Was it?
Given that you're the one most likely to have seen something yet.
Oh, we didn't hear the start of it, so
Maybe.
No, we just heard make a perception check. At least that's all I heard. I didn't hear who make the perception check.
Terry, can I get a perception check?
Yes.
There we go. We figured out the mystery. Jesus Christ!
That's what I'm talking about.
As you you like sneak away off the mountain, from the corner of your eye, you notice that one of the mounds of snow moves towards you, and then it stops.
Did it stop when I noticed it? Specifically?
Is Discord dead?
Hello?
No.
We heard you.
Can you hear us?
Suture is a giant
Works for me.
dick.
He's building the suspense of the mound of snow.
Welcome back.
Hello?
Howdy.
All right,
Hello.
there we go. So okay, I don't know what you guys heard or what happened, but so you made the perception check. You noticed the mounds of snow moving, and then they stopped as you look back.
Yeah,
Continue.
that was what I was gonna ask. Did so they stopped moving like as soon as I noticed them, basically? Like they're not moving when I'm looking at them, kind of deal.
Unless I'm dead again.
Oh no.
No, we hear you.
Heard that at least.
The question is does he hear us?
I hear me.
That's good.
You wouldn't say that if you also had to hear me.
Wow. You didn't have to take it there on yourself.
Wait, I heard you.
Did you?
Wait, we heard you
Hello
that time
there.
too.
Okay. Let's hope that it stays this way.
So Tarek, that question one
I
more.
wonder if I can get the question out the third.
Well, I know it's a cursed question. You can't ask.
Maybe you should rephrase the question.
Snow mounds stop moving when I look at them.
Yes.
So, if I start moving again, would I'd like notice them out of the corner of my eye, start following me again?
Make a deception check that you're not looking.
Oh God.
He's good at those. You
Oh,
can tell by the way that
definitely.
he is. -2.
Almost.
From the double 23s to the 6-0.
No, they don't. They stopped moving.
Okay, I shall still stealthily moving, but I shall move a little bit swifter, all the same, and regroup with the others.
What would you find?
So there's this very giant spoon. It was really, I didn't like staring at it. It's this big, I don't know, it looks like it should be in the water, to be honest, but it was kind of burying itself in the snow, almost looked alive, but it didn't move.
Like
So
a
it was
crab?
Yeti.
I heard the word cephalopod in my mind.
What's a cephalopod?
I don't know, I just think it should be in the water.
So the snow monster is a Yeti or is
Well,
a cephalopod?
Well, a
Also,
cephalopod is any of many animals which have their appendages coming from their mouths rather than, from like a body that it's separate from, or a thorax or similar. Like an octopus or a squid.
Wait, so there's a squid out here?
it was a pretty big squid, I guess. Also,
And it was
not to
following you in
alarm
the snow?
anyone, there may or may not have been mounds of snow following me.
With tentacles by their mouths?
Uh, It was the snow moving, so I don't know about it.
Wait, where is
Didn't
this
see
moving
anything.
snow?
Back the way I came from. I turned to look behind me. Can I see any of the mounds of snow? Did they follow me this far?
They did not.
Okay. They don't seem to have followed me all the way. I don't know for what reason, but
Wait,
I
but
definitely felt them following me when I was coming
they were
back.
sending a distress signal, right? Why don't we, Drock, you hold up the crystal and be like, hello, we got your distress signal. Hello, we're here to help. Do you require
really
assistance?
want to be talking to cephalopods via crystal? Like, I'm not saying it's a bad idea. I'm just saying that,
I mean, it sounds like they're not here of their own free will. They're like, they crash landed or something. And
I think you have a misperception of how evil this thing is. It's only melted my mind one time, and I've known plenty of people to melt my mind many more times than that. They're perfectly fine people.
Exactly, Drock. Go get their attention.
All right, I'm gonna go up to the top of the hill and hold up the stone and then talk into it. I'm not gonna attune to it yet, though.
I guess I will secure the dogs so that we'll leave them over here. Well, are those mounds of snow going to eat our dogs instead of us? That would be terrible. I guess I'm going to bring the dogs up the hill.
Well, I reckon we're going to be in between the dogs and the mounds of snow, so.
I mean, maybe those are the creatures taking shelter
Order
under.
of priority of eating, I think, is they'll eat us before they get to the dogs.
Well, the thing is I have a hard shell and the dogs do not. So I'm going to try and keep the dogs with us. as we go up the hill after Drock.
Hello, Mr. Ship? Are you there? What do we do? What do you need? Why are we here? Why'd you choose me? Is this destiny?
No response.
It's that a talkative one. I
Do you
think
see
we have
the
to go
mounds of
in.
snow?
Do I see the mounds of snow?
Make a perception check.
Oh, I'm good at those. Okay.
Hey,
Yep, there's snow up here, all right.
Derek, go point out the mounds of snow you saw. I mean, there's a lot of mounds of snow.
You
but-
actually you do see the mounds of snow that he is probably talking about.
It's probably those ones.
See, it's see the ones. I mean, in the direction there. You don't want to point at them, but
How many of these unusual mounds are there?
2.
Derek, do you want to fight a Yeti? I feel it's good martial arts training.
Oh, do you think that's a
the
Yeti
last
under
time
the
I
snow?
punched something with a large amount of fur, he laughed at me. So I don't know. I don't want a Yeti to laugh at me either. Though I guess now I do have like some silver knuckles or gauntlets.
Well, I think a Yeti is like more like a rather than like a werebear, it's just like a regular bear. Both are like bipedal. I think you have a better chance against. How far away are these mounds of snow that I'm assuming are Yetis? They could just be snow-covered, tentacle monsters.
So once you get over the hill and everything, it's about 150 yards.
Do any of you guys have spells that reach that far?
150 yards? What is a yard?
15 feet. Or
Fif-
3 feet for yard.
15 feet. That's a lot of feet. That's 2,250 feet. I can't do anything that far.
All right, so we're too far away.
All right, let's get closer, and then Elena can kill them like she does to everything she meets.
Yeah, we'll get closer, and then I'll bless Elena and Tarek, and Elena can, I don't know, shoot them with bolts of energy, and Tarek will go punch one.
You're so gung ho about me punching this Yeti.
Oh, I want you to redeem yourself. You punched the werebear against my better judgment. This time, I think you have a chance.
Wait,
I'll
do we
have
know
you
it's a
know-
Yeti?
I'm the only one who killed any of those crazy shirtless men.
Yeah. But you didn't do anything to the werebear.
I had never stood a chance.
Now, this might not be a Yeti, but if you think about it, what other creatures live in the snow, are covered in snow, and eat people?
Rabbits!
Oh,
Dwargar.
no,
Have
Dorgar
they tried to eat
aren't
us?
covered in snow.
I mean, if they were hiding, they would be covered in snow.
No, they turn invisible.
Yeah, but that leaves footprints. So if they cover themselves in snow while invisible, it just looks like snow moving around.
But then they're not invisible anymore. Now they're visible.
No, the snow's visible.
Yeah, but then you know something there. Like, we know there's something there because they cover themselves in snow.
How about shambling mounds? They're like plants, except that like they move on the ground, hence the shambling, and then they eat things. And if like it snowed recently, the plant could just be covered in snow.
Oh, it could be one of those. Would we want to kill it?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, yes.
Elena,
should
you're
kill
up.
it.
So are you
Someone
guys? You're at the top of the hill right now. Are you guys like trying to sneak down the hill? Are you going to try to go around the hill? Are you just going to walk down the hill?
The plan was to walk at the Yetis till we're like 150 feet away, and then I'm going to cast Bless, and then we're going to move 120 feet away, and Elena's going to attack.
Okay.
Yetis won't know what hit them.
And our talking is a ruse to make them think we're not aware.
So they don't understand common, right?
Mm. As you can see, I'm very deceptive about staring directly at them.
You don't point at them if we're going to try to pretend we're not talking about them. We point at, like, I don't know, the cephalopods.
What if they're just smaller cephalopods in the snow?
Oh.
I hear that you can eat cephalopods.
Some of them.
Not all of them.
Well, I mean, have you ever eaten all of anything?
I don't think I've ever seen a cephalopod, actually, now that we talk about it.
Like, I mean, you can eat apples, but only some of them, right? Because if you tried to eat all of them, you'd probably die
Wait,
before
have you
got
never
there.
had a shrimp? A shrimp's a cephalopod, right?
I think so. Maybe.
I've heard those are called cockroaches of the sea, and I've eaten a cockroach.
Delicious.
So, like, close enough, I guess.
Now that you mention it, I don't think I've ever seen the ocean.
Wait, didn't you, like, drown or something? I guess you don't have to drown in the ocean. You know what? I didn't say anything. You can ignore me now.
Did I drown? I don't recall saying that.
Wait, someone said they drowned. Whose backstory had them drowning?
I don't know.
Around at the lot of you.
That
There was
wouldn't
that
be
guy
me.
who had blue skin.
Wait, Elena, did you drown?
No.
Very well,
Are
then.
we within 150 feet of them yet?
You are.
I'm going to cast Bless on Elena, Tarek, and myself.
Okay,
Okay.
I guess I am Eldritch blasting a mound.
360 no scope hand crossbow.
And before we murdered another civilian.
But that's without plus.
Yeah,
What
go
happened
ahead.
to roll 20? Like, I see this show spell description link.
And clicking the button brings up an error. Oh, for me it brings up an error.
Oh, it shows me the spell. That's actually really, really nifty.
Thanks.
It's because
Interesting.
you can't see her character sheet, whereas they can.
Okay, well,
Did you roll the Bless?
Yeah, roll the
oh,
bless
right,
for
right,
me.
right.
You also lost your antagonizing blast again.
God damn it. Okay.
That's okay because a 14 misses.
Does my 15 hit?
It does not.
Oh, maybe I should have done the spin attack with it.
Do they react to being shot?
Yeah, they charge at you. I don't have a good map for this, so we are going to Theater of the Mind it.
Just give us like 2 rounds for them to get within 30 feet of us, right?
Yeah, that's basically what I'm planning on doing. But let me do this.
Well, I guess I'll get 1 Toll the Dead off.
I'm just gonna put your characters on here. The map that they made me is like kind of crowded, but I'm just gonna put you guys on here so that you guys can roll for initiative. All right, so go ahead and roll for initiative.
You would have to move us to the bathroom.
Oh, I gotta move you to the map. That's right. I don't know why you're yelling at me. There we go.
Remember to select your token.
Oh, I didn't know we were fighting on a tentacle.
Oh.
You're not. We are Theater of the Minding this right now, but
Oh my god.
Well, at least they're not Yetis, apparently.
No, they're somehow more horrifying.
so currently they are 120 feet away from you. Alina, what would you like to do?
I'm gonna fire another Eldritch Blast. Let me check the blessed box. One moment.
The 18 hits. Were you aiming for the more north one or the south one?
Are they like equidistant? Both.
Yeah,
9, 20
they're
yards?
both like coming at you like a pair.
Gotcha. Well, north one it is.
For 10 damage. So as you right now, you can't even see what these creatures look like. They're just these mounds of snow moving at you. But you fire your Eldritch Blast into the mound, and you just hear like the screeching. Is that it?
Sounds like success. Yep.
Pebble.
Aha! I got
the
this.
not so pebble anymore.
Now that I'm taller, I have a good shot. It's made with disadvantage.
Yeah, you miss.
Well, getting used to it. And I go hide behind someone. Stand behind someone. Oh, this doesn't work when you're tall. Yeah.
And then both of the creatures close half the distance, so they are now 60 feet away from you. Tarek.
These don't look like Yetis.
They really don't look like it. Well, they don't. They still look like snow to me. I'm not too sure about moving towards them yet, so I'm just going to stay here and take the dodge action in case they make it to me.
Drock.
So they were 120 and now they're 60. And
Yes.
do they look like they took a whole lot of effort to do some kind of dash in that time?
Yes, they do.
All right, I'm gonna like move up some, 20 feet and ready a punch if they get near me. And also do that with my bonus action. That'll be my turn.
Obletus?
Since we're apparently advancing, I will move up to stand near but not in front of Drock. Yeah, Drock. And can I see them well enough to cast Toll the Dead on them?
Yeah. As they took the dash action, the snow and stuff that was like where they were hiding has started falling off.
All right, I will cast Toll the Dead on the injured one then.
Okay.
DC 13 was then.
It succeeds.
Unfortunate. Do I want to cast Spiritual Weapon on these guys? What's the range? All right, I will cast Spiritual Weapon on the north one as well, having an attack. And then,
yeah, that'll hit.
And then, can I use its remaining movement to move 15 feet towards me?
I don't think you. I think you can't move it on the same turn. Can you? Can you link the spell? Or oh wait, I can do show spell description now. Yeah, because I think that's the second part. As a bonus action, you can move the weapon and repeat the attack.
Fair enough.
Is that it for Obletus?
I will simply say that I've put the spiritual weapon in such a way that it is as close to us as is possible.
Sure. Alina.
I will Eldritch Blast the same one that I attacked before.
Yeah, that'll hit.
That is all.
So as your second Eldritch Blast sinks into your target, it's starting to. The snow has already come off of the creature, and you see this this worm tentacle thing, and it's already looking pretty beat up. Pebble?
Oh, that's no Yeti, but it's uglier than a Yeti. You hear that? You're ugly.
Harsh.
It saves.
I will move back 5 feet so that I'm 65 feet from them. Yeah.
Both of the worm-like creatures are going to get basically on either side of Drock.
Oh no. One got in range of me first, and whichever that one is getting punched.
Roll a d20. On an even, it will be the north one, and on a all right. So you punch the north one.
Would it
Wouldn't
be
just
the one
an
that went
initiative order
first in
unless you punch the
initiative?
south one, but whatever.
What's that?
Don't worry about it.
One imagines it was the south one, since that one moved first in initiative order, is what he was saying.
Yeah, but technically, doesn't it all happen at like the same time?
We are going full theater of the mind today.
Tarek.
I shall move up to the north one's the one that's been getting hit the most, right?
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
I shall move up to it and see how the tentacle likes my fist.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Indeed.
And like a breath of fresh air, your damages seem to do normal damage, or your fists.
I let out a sigh of relief.
That second one doesn't hit though.
No laughing at me today. That is my turn.
Drock.
I will punch the north one. And miss, I imagine.
Yes, missing.
But I still stand here, menacingly.
Oblitus.
So I imagine having, grown up how I have, I've seen regular carrion crawlers before. Are these unique or unusual in some way, despite their name?
They're not unique, no. They do have like some plating and stuff on them, which makes them a little bit tougher to hit. Almost as if these aren't like carrion crawlers of nature, but somebody's carrion crawlers.
Seems weird that someone would armor them up, but all right. I will spend my bonus action to move my spiritual weapon.
Okay.
Sure, can't move far enough to catch up in one turn. Let me just verify that.
I think it's 20 feet. Yeah, 20 feet.
And they moved like 35 or some shit like that. So
they moved about 50.
no, because Drock moved up 20 feet, so like he was 35 feet away, so they couldn't attack him this turn unless they moved past Drock.
Well, he would have been like 40 feet, I guess. So yeah, okay, 35 feet because they're big creatures.
Yeah, still not enough, but definitely enough to get it next turn. All right, I will then Toll the Dead on the northern one.
This time it fails.
Taking 5 necrotic damage, and I have nothing further.
It is looking very beaten. Alina.
Another Eldritch Blast on the north.
Missing.
That is all.
Pebble?
Let me show you how this is done. I charge the north one.
I believe in you.
That hits.
I plunge my rapier into it. Aha! It is... Oh, not dead.
It is not dead.
You
But
tried!
it is definitely struggling.
Oh, this is... I don't want to be here anymore.
Good
The
night,
end.
everybody. It was nice knowing you all.
So the south one is going to attack Drock.
Bye, Drock.
Does a 25 hit?
Yes, it does.
I need you to make a DC 13 Constitution saving throw for me, or be poisoned for 1 minute.
Wait, Wait. I have advantage on throws against poison.
Well done. Well done. Yes, so you succeed. But you do take 4 poison damage.
How much? 4?
4.
But you resist that as well.
And it's
Oh
gonna
yeah,
attack you
it is
again.
halved, isn't it?
Yep.
Easy game.
It's gonna attack you again. Does a 19 hit?
Let's say that it does. Yeah, it does.
Another con save from you.
Oh, that one doesn't even work with advantage.
Yeah.
Ooh, poison for how long did you say?
For 1 minute. But you can repeat the saving throw at the end of each of your turns.
Poisoned is disadvantage on like everything, right?
Attacks, skill checks.
Yeah, attacks and skill checks, I think, is what it is.
Okay, I won't use inspiration. I'll just take it.
So basically, not your saving throws, but basically everything else.
I'll be poisoned.
Yeah, and you take 3 points of poison damage, so halved.
3 is halved, or
3 and then halved, so 1.
1.
So it has a
Defensive field
poisonous
value.
bite. The teeth don't do any damage; just poisons him with his bite.
Yep.
Well, it
'Cause
would do damage.
It's just its tentacles that it's swinging at it.
Oh, okay. I thought you said it bit him.
No, tentacles.
Hey, Drock, you look like you're having a little too much fun there. I'm a little worried for you.
Ooh, is the world spinning for all of you?
And then with you being poisoned, oh wait, excuse me, it's paralysis.
That's different.
Even better. Yes, that is different.
Can I never mind.
Bit worse than being poisoned, eh?
I've been bamboozled.
You've been paralysis.
Paralysis.
It's a paralysis poison, apparently.
Can't move or speak, automatically fails strength and dex. Attack rolls against the target have advantage, and any creature within 5 feet gets a crit. Can I use my inspiration instead?
Yeah, if you would like to. Yeah.
It's still poison?
Well, yeah, it's a poison that
It's still a poison,
It's a
so that I
poison
have
that
advantage,
paralyzes.
and that's over whatever you said for DC. So we did it.
All right. Yep, you're good. So the next one is also going to attack you.
Thank God. I'm not paralyzed.
23.
Yeah, that hits.
I need you to make another con save.
Do you indeed? What the fuck is with these rolls?
Enjoy your paralysis, bitch.
And then instead of attacking you, it is going to wrap its tentacles around you, and it is going to move 30 feet towards the ship with you.
We get opportunity attacks?
Absolutely, you do.
Hey, give him back.
So
Stop that.
Pebble, you miss. Tarek, you hit though, killing the creature.
Add giant tentacle to the resume that my fists have conquered.
Rock looks like he would thank you, but he also looks like he can't talk.
Tarek, it's actually your turn.
Rock, wink if you can hear me. I shall move up between Drock and the other tentacle thing and attack it.
Missing.
Once more.
With feeling, but still missing.
I shall stay between Drock and this one. Yes. Like that. There we go.
Drock, it is your turn. You can make a con save. You are better.
All right, I'm gonna run up and punch the other one.
Is the same
you
for the
make
end
it
of
at
his
the
turn?
end of your turn.
Oh, okay.
So that was your turn.
Oh, great fun.
This one hasn't been injured, so I am going to ready in action to cast Toll the Dead. No, first I'm gonna use my bonus action to attack a spiritual weapon. That's all right. That having failed, I will move around him to the other side of him, and then I will ready in action to cast Toll the Dead after someone successfully injures this worm in some fashion.
Okay. Alina.
I will attempt to successfully injure the worm in some fashion.
Good
Yeah,
job.
that's successful.
A little bit of damage.
And it fails its wisdom save as well.
That's a lot of bit of damage, actually.
Oh, we did the 22 damage. We did combo it together.
We.
Yeah.
Our damage.
Is that it for Alina?
Yep.
Pebble.
I will mock it, saying that your tentacles look so weak they couldn't hurt a fly.
They could hurt a dwarf.
It
No, they
succeeds.
haven't yet.
Oh,
Didn't you take like 1 or 2 damage?
He did not tell me I took damage on the one that paralyzed me. So far, I haven't taken any damage.
I thought you said he took.
Wait, you took
3
the
and it was
poison
1.
damages.
yeah, but that was at 10
Yeah.
hit points.
Yeah, in the temp.
Oh, that's right. Yep.
So far.
The end.
This guy here, he's going to attack Tarek.
Derek, no.
Does 22 hit?
It does.
I need a con save.
No.
No, he's gonna do the thing to me.
No.
He's done the thing.
So you are paralyzed, and he is going to wrap you up in his tentacles, and he's going to start running towards the ship. And nobody's in melee range that has an opportunity attack available. So it ends its turn 30 feet away from everybody, about 20 feet away from Obletus. Tarek, it's your turn.
I guess all I can do is
Yep,
Con
make
save,
your
right?
make your con save. Unfortunate.
oh
Drock.
no.
I'm going to run as fast as my spindly little dwarf legs, which is 25 feet, can carry me towards it. And then since I can't get there, I will firebolt it. Oh, I ran it.
Missing.
So close! So close! All right, well, that's that.
Obletus?
Oh, wait, not quite that. There.
Oh, okay.
I will start by having my spiritual weapon chase him, missing, and then I will cast command on it. Do I have? Apparently, I didn't prepare command because I'm terrible and didn't do my spells properly. So we'll just say I don't have command. In which case, I guess I will. What does the spell do? No. I guess I will draw my warhammer and chase after it and whack it.
Okay.
Since it's running away, I'm gonna. No, I'm just gonna swing. Hey, we take those.
Yep, that'll hit. I don't remember if a creature is grappling somebody and it takes damage. There isn't like a roll it has to make, is there?
No.
Is that it for Obletus?
Yep.
Alina.
So it's like around 30 away from us now?
Well, you were 30 feet away from them, so now it's like 60 feet away from you.
Okay. I will move up 30 feet just so I don't fall behind, and then I will Eldritch Blast again.
Missing.
That is my turn.
Pebble.
I will move up 30 feet. It's like, wow, I didn't know I could run this fast. And then I will use my bardic inspiration to unsubtling words it, saying that a pile of tentacles shouldn't be able to move that fast, and it makes it doubt itself. So that when I cast, wait, let me make sure this works. Creature of your choice Yes. So I hideous laughter it. Unless it's insufficiently intelligent.
It is insufficiently intelligent.
Well, damn. But it still takes -3 on its X save then.
Yeah, it's got to make a spell save. What is it? It's a
No.
wisdom save.
If it's insufficiently intelligent, it's
automatically
unaffected.
takes it. Okay.
No, it automatically, basically, it doesn't make the save. The spell has no effect. But that means that the -3 goes on the next save it makes before the end of its next turn. Or before the start of my next turn, something like that.
Okay. Yeah. I got you.
The end.
Okay. Is that it for you, Pebble?
Yes.
This guy's going to dash 60 feet. Abletus, you would get an opportunity attack if you would like. You miss. So at this point, it actually is like starting to climb like the tentacles of the cephalopod thing. Tarek, it is your turn.
Get me out of here.
Nice. Jump.
Okay, so you are not paralyzed anymore, but you are still grappled.
I'm assuming I can't also do anything about that this turn, right?
You cannot. You are nice and warm in the clutches of the tentacles of this worm. Druck.
Get me out of here.
Since I cannot run up the side of tentacles, it's another fireball time. This time, hopefully, with more attack and the same damage. Nope. Neither of those are true.
Is that it for our boy Drock?
It do be.
Abletus.
I will spend my bonus action to move my spiritual weapon forward ineffectually, since it's way out of range. And then I will move forward 30 feet and put away my weapon with my free object interaction, and then cast Toll the Dead.
I'm sorry, cast what? You cut off.
Toll the Dead.
Okay.
And the
It succeeds.
-3 on its save goes to this.
Ooh, oh, good call. It does succeed then. For 4 damage.
I assume the spell succeeded, not the saving throw that time, Jimmy. Could have saved it for a bigger effect, but 4 damage is 4 damage.
I think you were the only person putting a save on it this turn.
Is that it for Abletus?
Yeah.
Alina.
Running another 30 feet and another Otter's Blast.
That'll hit.
That's it.
Pebble.
How bad is this thing looking?
It's pretty beat up, but it's on a mission.
All right, I will walk up 30 feet so that I'm now within 60 feet of it, and I really got nothing. You run really slowly.
It succeeds.
You don't run really slowly. The end.
So with Tarek still in hand, the beast climbs up the side of the ship and disappears with Tarek.
Is it actually climbing? Does it slow it down at all?
Nope.
Oh, he's dead.
I have a question. Do you move at like half speed when you're grappling? Just a thought. Like, doesn't grappling make you move at half speed?
Unless the creature is 2 sizes smaller. But I don't know if that is huge or gigantic, whatever the size above huge is.
You're probably right, but we're going with it.
Fair. I'm just saying.
I guess Tarek is normal, right? So it'll be large than huge. If it is huge, then it, even rules as written, it would be unaffected.
Tarek, it is your turn. You are grappled by the beast.
Release me, you slimy tentacle. I don't know. What do I roll to out grapple to grapple?
A strength check.
Either
Or you can use your dex as well, right?
it's either acrobatics or athletics. Your choice of.
Acrobatics would be preferred.
Let's see it.
Here we go. Oh, that's just wimpy.
But it is a contested check, so
It could roll worse.
there's always a chance.
You fail.
There's never a chance.
You try to get out, and it just tightens its clutches around you. These things are surprisingly strong.
It's a giant tentacle monster. It's about as strong as you'd expect.
Drog, it is your turn. So you see the ship. The part that it climbed up, like this area right here, it's only a 5-foot climb, so it's pretty easy
I'm gonna
to get up there.
climb it. I'm not great at climbing.
You struggle. It takes you a couple of tries, but you do end up getting up there.
Is there anything I could tie a rope to up here? Not really.
No, not really.
Okay. I'm going to not move myself inside the wall because I imagine I will see things I shouldn't. Oh, never mind. Oh, well, yeah, that's. Is this where I'm supposed to be?
Yep.
Oh, okay. All right.
Uh-oh.
That closed?
Is what closed?
That.
It is.
Okay.
This is closed?
Yep.
Nah, I just pinged where he was. I have no clue.
So I don't see a Tarek
Closed.
or a Carrion whatever in here.
You do not.
Any evidence of where?
I mean, you see the doors, so that's the only place that would make sense that they went through. You see attached to the deck here is a mounted ballista that's covered in
indeed.
ice.
Yeah.
The ballista is completely destroyed from the crash. And then at the back of the wall here, you see a double door made of chitin and iron is tucked under 2 higher decks, the lower of which has another ballista mounted atop it.
2 questions. Do I feel like I could turn this all the way around, and do I feel like it would be something I could fix relatively quickly?
Not relatively quickly. No, it is in shambles and it is completely frozen over.
All right. Well, then I don't have much to do right now, so I will stand here menacingly.
Obletus.
Seeing that.
Actually, you know what? At this point, we're just going to end combat. Because you guys can all. Yeah.
Rip Tarek.
Ah!
At least as you guys are gathering, and if you would like to, you can run into the ship or anything like that, and then we will get to Tarek here shortly.
All right, yeah. I was just going to, since I wasn't planning on running to the ship blindly, but since Drock went in, I have no choice but to follow, and I will do so. I imagine I can get to where he was if I die.
Yes.
I imagine
yeah.
we're just like not in combat anymore, right?
Yeah, I'm just gonna move all of you guys up to the ship here.
Oh, where'd they take Tarek? This place is weird.
I imagine they call it the digestion chamber because they're going to digest him.
Wait, Rock, you have their SOS signal. Be like, hello, we've come to negotiate.
I don't negotiate with terrorists.
Oh, okay.
So this might be the good time to say that I have some experience with carrion crawlers because they love to eat slaves and beggars and whatnot. They normally don't have armor, so and the sort of people who put armor on their garbage disposals are
weird.
kind of weird.
All right, let's go. We must save him.
Yes, who can open this door?
Is it locked?
I knock on the door.
I pull on the door.
So before you guys get into going into the door here, Tarek, so you are unparalyzed, and as you guys enter the hull of the ship here where you are, the carrion crawler releases you, and it slithers off into the darkness. And as you look around, 3 creatures They're small creatures, and they've got these tentacles coming out of their mouths, and their tentacles are actually like walking, and their bodies are floating in the air. And as you get released by the carrion crawler, they all just kind of like look at you and they start inching towards you. What would you like to do?
Menacing or menacing? I can't even say it. Do they look hostile? Like, are they coming towards me with?
Make a perception check.
Or they just look horrified?
Wouldn't it be an insight check?
Actually, yes, an insight check. That would be better.
Nice save. What is this?
You wasted your crits early on being sneaky.
They look hostile towards you, as if a bunch of toddlers running at an uncle would look hostile.
Extreme danger, you say?
Do with that information what you will.
Can you repeat what you just said? They look like what?
You heard me.
I don't know that I did.
Have you ever had like your cousin's children running at you? It's fucking terrifying.
Yeah.
Look hostile, like
They have no
toddlers
fear and
running
they'll
at
run
their
full
like-
tilt at you.
Yes.
And like you're not in any real danger, but your knees are in danger.
And like you can't do anything to them, right? Because like they're not your children.
But like a reaction might be to punch them in the face, but also like, you shouldn't.
How
So,
not illithids work too?
are these things the same size as me, or are they like smaller?
Are
they
they
toddlers?
they are the same size of you, but only because their tentacles have them about 5 feet into the air, and then their bodies are like these little 3-foot creatures that are like floating in the air.
Also, for clarification, do I see that thing?
Yes, he is lumbering towards you. So the description
sweet
here, it is a lumbering monstrosity, and it looks like it's made of stitched together parts from goblins, dwarves, and reindeer.
Oh.
One of the things not like the others.
Oh no. What part's the reindeer?
Yes, indeed.
There's like a glowing red nose.
yeah, it's just a glowing red nose. No, it's got like some patches of fur on its like chest and arms.
I don't like anything that's happening here.
What are you
the
doing?
door's behind me. I want
They
to
are
back
shut.
up it. I'm assuming I can't open it.
You can try.
Will that eat my action, or?
Yes, it would.
Now see, that's mildly horrifying. I'm just gonna back away from the horrible monstrosity coming towards me. I'm gonna ready an action for one of these little tentacle fuckers. If he comes near me, I'm gonna punch him in the face or in the tentacle. Stay back.
Hey, I think I hear Tarek on the other side of the door.
Going back to everyone else, what do you guys like to do? Were you gonna try to open the doors?
Indeed.
I need a strength check to try to break open the door from whoever would like to do it.
Am I the strongest one in the
I'm trying to open it already.
I guess I will aid Pebble.
This seems like the wrong way to be helping each other. Oh, not bad.
2020.
My help was perfectly adequate.
So you bust open the door and you see Tarek kind of like cowering in the corner as these things are approaching him.
We don't see them.
I've got a handout coming here, and I'm going to move you guys in.
You should be able to remove the door.
I'm going to, but I'm trying to. All of Roll20 is like lagging.
Oh yes, just blame Roll20. What a convenient excuse. Oh, that does not look okay.
No.
I think it's pretty.
Nothing about
Got
that
worse.
looks like a gnome.
Nothing about that looks like a
You
reindeer.
know, to be fair, if I had have seen this handout first, I may have changed my accent to go up and punt the nearest one.
Unfortunately, there's not an easy way for me to just show it to you and not everybody else.
I mean, you could add to just his journal if you want to.
Yeah, I said an easy way to do it.
Yeah, okay.
Facts.
So anyway, as the door opens up, attached to the walls, as you guys kind of get a look at your surroundings, you see 3 sets of chains and manacles designed to hold large creatures. You also see a staircase that rises to the next deck, and a bunch of crates and barrels and things like that. And then you see the 3 tentacle baby things slowly inching their way towards Tarek, and then the flesh golem made of goblins, dwarves, and reindeer.
Are we rolling for new initiative or?
It depends on what you guys like to do. They don't seem to be hostile. They're kind of just inching towards you.
Can I make an insight check to see? I guess they have a creature made out of a hodgepodge of stuff, and that screams, they killed stuff to make that happen. So can I make an insight check into seeing how biased I am about this matter?
Sure. With your experiences, you've dealt with some of these types of creatures before. There's something not quite right about all of this, but at the same time, they did send out a distress signal. They don't seem to be immediately attacking you like you would assume that they would.
All right. I say in Undercommon, back up and we can negotiate to render aid.
And I'm going to assist him by standing behind him, holding the psi crystal and a hammer.
They don't respond to you, Oblinus. But as Drock, as you show the psi crystal, you hear in your
and a hammer
and a hammer and a hammer. You hear in your mind a bunch of voices, 3 to be exact, all saying things like, "Oh, the crystal! Ooh, you're here to save us."
We're here to save them with the crystal. Are we? Is Tarek actually in this room, just not being eaten?
He is, yeah.
Oh.
Hey, Tarek, get on this side of the door.
Oh, did I thought you were talking through it. I didn't even look. I sprint out.
We're good. We're good to give him this crystal and then leave, or something similar.
Why do you want the crystal? What's in it for us?
Wait, we need. You hear in your voice, Drock. Nobody else can hear these things talking or anything. The crystal powers the ship. Powers the ship. Powers the ship.
Want it because it will make their ship run again.
I'm going to cast Protection from Evil and Good on Drock.
Do you think my brain is about to get eaten?
Precautionary measure only. But Shar can keep, your secrets your own and maybe prevent you from being their thrall.
Also, if they need that, we have something they need. Try to sell it to them for a lot of valuable treasure.
Hey, we got your crystal, but it was a lot of work getting it here, and we did it just for you. What do we get as a reward?
At this point, walking down the stairs.
It's got a gun, Chuck!
He does have a gun. And he starts walking down the stairs here, and he goes, yes, welcome. I thank you for coming. Did you bring the crystal for us? Are you the one they call Drock?
I am. Who is they?
The crystal told us you were coming. It is I who sent the message.
Oh, you're the one responsible for my brain bleeding.
Ah, yes. Complication for the less intelligent.
Oh, excuse you now. The price of this crystal just went up by double.
Well, we don't have things to pay for the crystal, but I'm sure an arrangement could be made. We could not eat your brains.
Oh, that would have happened if we hadn't brought you the crystal. That seems like poor recompense for such an kind action as what we've done here today.
Well, our time here is actually quite short. Had you not brought us the crystal soon, we would have had to be forced to go to the nearest village. I believe it is called Dugan's Hole, and we would eat there.
Oh, you're very much welcome to go there. That's perfectly fine by us. Goodbye.
Oh, did negotiations break down?
Oh, they said they were going to eat Dugan's Hole if we don't give them the crystal, so I figured it was just better if we didn't give them the crystal at that point.
You had stepped up to here, right?
Well, I mean, I was actually up here, yeah.
Yeah. So as you turn to leave, the door shut in your face.
I turn back. This is really very rude, you know. I'm still holding the hammer with the crystal, to be clear.
I apologize, but one, the hammer would do no good, and two.
You think so, but I've had a lot of practice breaking things tougher than this thing with just my bare hands. Okay, it wasn't bare hands, but it was worse tools than this hammer. This is a good hammer.
I am sure that is correct, but I apologize, but we need that crystal so that we may leave.
While he's provocating, I'm going to try and open the doors again.
Sure.
Notice how hard it is. I will help you this time.
Fantastic.
I'll just pull right here.
Is this a straight strength check or an athletics check?
Athletics.
Not that it makes a difference.
That is acrobatics.
Oh, well, I guess I have a higher. Well,
So you made it.
So really, it would be like a 20, right?
Yeah.
Plus 2. Okay. Yeah, I will allow that. So you get the door opened again, and as soon as you open it, Drock is still talking to the gnome.
I drag Drock to the other side of the doors and say, maybe we negotiate from here.
All right, now listen, we brought this here. We're not going to give it up for free. You could eat Dugan's Hole if you want, but we're the type that don't just help these weird squid creatures that try to abduct our friends for no payment. Especially with whatever that thing is over in the corner. How many dead people are in that?
I assure you that we have not killed a single. Well, I suppose. What do you mean by people?
Well, somewhere between the intelligence of a mouse and a dragon.
2 arms, 2 legs.
Yes. We've killed several people then. They're short and green. A couple camps have walked by, unfortunately, and we were, well, hungry. So I would say no more than 50.
You've been killing the gnomes of the North Pole.
Wait, who was that? Who was that dwarf or that goblin we ran into? You remember who he was? Did you kill him? It was a goblin that had no wolves because we killed their wolves.
Well, I believe that you do call them goblins. I do not know of one that you refer to, but I assure you that none of them were alone.
Did you kill a group of goblins that had no wolves?
We've killed several goblins with no wolves.
Oh no.
Wolves do not do us much good.
Calamity.
Anyway, I don't want to kill them just for being the evil creatures that they are, because they can't help that. But if negotiations are breaking down, then
well, they haven't yet negotiated nothing. I've told them that we want payment, and they've told us that they just want the crystal for free.
Right. Thus, negotiations are breaking down, and we should commence with the violence. I point at the one with the gun and say, do you want the violence?
Oh, how about instead of violence, you can give us something valuable for the crystal, like that gun in your hand.
I am not one to negotiate very well. That is not exactly my forte.
What's in the boxes? The barrels? The crates?
There are many things.
Do you have any magical items? We love magical items.
I believe the answer to your question is yes, but only because your primitive minds believe magic and science to be one and the same.
Very well, then. Do you have any scientific items?
Yes, that we do.
Well, see, now you're negotiating. You're learning. You're smarter
as
than
guys
you
are
think
talking,
you are.
The smaller guys are getting closer to you. And as they do, and they start getting a little too close, you hear the guy on the stairs here. And he goes, Rin Rixon's guard. Leave them alone, please. And as he does, they all kind of like back away into their own corners here.
Here, Bleedus, take this crystal for a second.
Were they trying to eat our brains?
I take the crystal.
This thing's bugging me too much. I'm gonna start fixing the ballista.
I apologize, but the three here are they are younglings, and they cannot be controlled as easily. But they listen well.
So what?
But anyway, as far as negotiations, I am not very good at them. But my colleague is coming shortly, and I am told he is more likable.
Good. We can wait. Perhaps in the meantime, you can bring up your finest scientific items.
I could, but he is already here.
Oh, I hope you don't mean him.
I take the dodge action.
Walking down the stairs is just another one. And this one comes down. Hey, you have a crystal.
Are they speaking in my mind now that I have the crystal, or are they speaking aloud now?
They've been speaking aloud. The only ones that have not spoken aloud are the smaller ones.
Yeah, we are willing to give you the crystal, but we require recompense.
Scientific items,
Recompense.
specifically.
I suppose that could be arranged. What are you looking for?
I mean, like, what do those laser guns in your hands do?
These, they go boom. Or more like they don't make a boom sound. It's more of like a pew. I believe you would call them lasers.
Lasers.
Anyway, we're...
In other news, do you like jokes?
Oh, I love jokes.
I have many jokes now.
Oh, would you like to exchange jokes?
That could be enjoyable. Would you like to go first?
Are you in a hurry to get your ship fixed? Because we maybe should negotiate, and then while you're fixing the ship and making plans to leave, we could, we
are negotiating. You always make friends with your negotiator rival. I don't know what else to call them. But you always make friends, and then negotiations are easier. Please, a joke.
This conversation.
Oh, all right. I got a couple. Oh, I don't. How do you make an octopus laugh? You give them 10 tickles.
That is good. I believe that Rin Rixon's Glard would like that very much. However, my jokes are a little more of the vulgar variety, thanks to the many goblin brains that I have eaten.
Nobody liked my joke.
Here's one. What did the leper say to the sex worker?
Hey, that's my hand.
Keep the tip.
I get it.
Oh, I'll have to add that one to my repertoire.
No, please don't.
Oh, how's this one? What do you call a bunch of sea creatures in the finance business. Octopi Wall Street. Huh?
What is Wall Street?
Oh, I guess you haven't gotten to the people with money yet. It's where the rich people put. You know what? It needs context. Never mind. Oh, bad delivery. You win this round.
Was it a competition? Are we friends yet?
I suppose we could negotiate. Would you like to
what do
see
you call
more?
a deal brokered by a cephalopod? A squid pro quo.
I believe your joke is racist and off-putting.
Oh yeah, probably.
All the best ones are.
Would you like to see the rest of our ship?
Sure. Give us the tour of the valuable stuff you might trade us for your crystal.
I suppose you are just here for that. That is fine. Would you like to? I can show you the ship, or we can just give you recompense.
I mean, like, I'm down to see a fancy ship, as long as we're allowed to tell stories about it.
Well, let's get the recompense, and then we can see the ship. That way, you can be fixing the ship, and we can be touring the ship, and then when you're ready to go, we can just get off and, optimal use of time.
And if your ship's damaged, actually, Drock here, he's an excellent, what do you call those things? Mechanic, I think? He can fix anything. He's fixing your ballista right now.
That is very kind of him, but really just the crystal will turn on the life support system of our ship, and it will get better. Anyways, I can offer you 2 items. We have a extra pistol that we can give. We only have 3, and I must carry 1, and so must Dreadvex. And I suppose after killing 1 carrion crawler and leaving 1 alive, I no longer need this pacifier rod that I use to control them. Would that be sufficient?
Yes, but only if we also get to see your ship.
Do you have anything that isn't a weapon?
What's that?
Do you have anything that you would give us that isn't a weapon? Not that I don't love weapons, but, options.
Perhaps things you might see as like a toy or a gadget.
The pacifier rod is not a weapon. It just controls the less intelligent.
So nothing else, huh? What's in the boxes? You never said.
Mostly just food for our hopeful journey.
So what's that, like brains?
Yes.
Goblin
Would
brains?
you
or
like some?
Sure.
Very well. And he goes over and opens up a crate, and there's just jars of brains.
Oh, what's the fluid they're in? I may not be able to eat that.
The fluid is just a saline solution to keep them preserved.
And what creature is this from?
He takes it out of the jar, and his tentacle just kind of like slurps into it and grabs a chunk. Goblin.
I'm not a big fan of goblin brain, to be honest. There's no depth to the flavor.
Well, you know what a goblin brain tastes like?
Cave goblin is the same thing, right?
I don't know. I didn't eat their brain that time.
Well, no, I'm just saying in general.
Yeah.
Well, anyways, will this suffice?
Oh, when you say the less intelligent, you mean like some arbitrary line under which they are considered the less intelligent that it works on? Or do you mean for any given person using the rod, anybody less intelligent than them could be controlled?
It's more for creatures like my carrion crawlers. They are dumb. But the average humanoid would be unaffected.
One more thing. What are you going to do when your ship is fixed?
Set sail for the great astral sea.
I mean, that sounds like somebody else's problem.
Yeah, as long as there's no more like people harvested here, right? Except a Duga told you can harvest them if you really like. That's up to you.
Did you see like a ice witch on a like sled or reindeer or something like that? I don't know what the stories go when you were coming down through the sky.
I believe you are telling the tale of Santa Claus, and no, it is not Christmas.
Oh, and or the Frostmaiden apparently does some going through the sky or some such.
Oh, yes, the one on the bird. Yes,
Oh,
we
a
did
bird, a
see
bird.
her.
What's she like?
I confess we did not communicate.
What happened to your ship anyway to have it wind up in such a state?
Well, it's quite embarrassing. We had complications, and the next thing we knew, we were plummeting towards this desolate earth.
Desolate.
Alright.
I mean, there's plenty of food for you here. What's missing?
Well, the problem is we could attack the local populations, but then we would probably be no match because we are few. So we must harvest lonely troops of goblins.
Anyone opposed to you trading with the tentacled creatures that eats brains?
I mean, like
Not
they've already promised to get out of the way afterwards. I think it's good to trade, but I want to make sure we're getting our values worth because we're the ones with the upper hand here, right?
Can I make an insight check to see how good a deal they think they're offering us? Do they think they're being generous, or are they being? Does he feel like he's being particularly stingy?
Yeah, make an insight check.
Surely Shar will guide me to know his secret.
They believe that the science and the magic, or the science and the items that they are giving you, far exceeds any worth that could ever come across adventurers like yourself.
Doesn't exactly translate that value to relative to the crystal they need, but all right.
Do we have a deal?
No one said no. All right, since
Fair game.
I'm sorry, was that a objection?
No, I'm fine with it.
Okay, I thought you said you wanted to punch somebody.
But first, let me ask you, why does a mermaid wear seashells? Anyone?
Because she doesn't want her shells to be seen. I don't know.
Because she outgrew her bee shells.
Okay.
That's incredible.
Thank you. I'll be here all day, hopefully no longer.
All right, I'm prepared to make a trade. If you want to procure the items, we'll just hand them off.
Yes, I will be right back.
All right.
Wait, do we want to take the tour too?
Yeah, we'll take the tour after we trade.
Okay, good.
So he's gone for about a minute, and as you guys are sitting there, the other gnome is just kind of like staring at you guys, as the smaller ones, they sometimes like start inching towards you a little bit, and their tentacles start like inching towards you even closer. And then the other gnome just immediately like yells at them, and they get back in their spots.
Fair warning: we should stay in a group. The kids look hungry.
Oh, do you guys not feed your children?
Unfortunately, feeding children is a never-ending problem.
But you have all these brains here.
Yes, but you can't feed them, because if you feed them, you just have to feed them again and again and again.
Is it that the whole point of children?
It was, until they wrecked our ship.
Wait, these guys crashed your ship?
Yes.
Nah, no wonder he said the... Alright, I'm not gonna press you for it, but how'd they do it?
The crystal is, how they said, shiny.
Oh, so they're just like human children. They go grab shiny things, eat them,
and then stick them in their mouth.
Yes, they ruined our last crystal.
So we should absolutely
That
make
would've,
sure
you
not
know.
to give this crystal to the children.
Wait,
Please
this
do
this
not.
one, when I found it, was like deep in a hunk of rock, and it looked like it'd been there for a long time. Do these things just like, are they all over the place, and you just could use any old one?
Yes. Well, they're not all over the place, but they do grow in many locations.
Do you have like a compass that points to them?
We've got the black box.
Like, if you give that to us, we could try to find more. You know,
It is essential to our ship's operation.
nah, that's a shame.
But,
What does it do?
Hey, how's that ballista coming along, by the way?
Swim.
you can make a tools check or whatever you have.
Can I make? Do you want me to make another? But there's one up there. It's
Oh,
an 18.
there it is. Yeah. So you actually you started like melting away the ice with like your fire bolting and everything, and you eventually get it up and operational. You don't have any ammunition, but it swivels and pivots.
I thought you like sciencey people would have like a laser ballista or something.
The ammunition explodes on contact.
Wait, really? That's really cool. Can we get a demonstration, like on the tree or something?
If you would like to cause an avalanche, yes.
Oh, okay. You know what? On second thought, maybe that's a bad idea.
Wait. What if I do want to cause an avalanche in a very specific location where we know there's some kind of like, let's say, Dwergar stronghold that you might be flying over when you get out of here? Hypothetically, of course.
If it was in range, we probably could.
Will you?
What is the reasoning?
Well,
At this point, the other one starts coming back. He goes, what do you call a cheap circumcision? Anyone? And the other one just looks at you and ignore him, please.
well, you see, these Dwergar. You know,
A ripoff.
God.
The other one just like shakes his head.
Dwergar aren't nice people. They're not like us. They don't, help out nice cephalopodograms up in the mountains that are stranded here without their sight crystal. They would be the type to try to stop us from doing that type of thing. And so if you could stop them from stopping us, then in the future maybe we could do more nice things for nice people.
I see. So you
Just
want
explode them a bit. That's all I'm asking.
I suppose we probably could do something. Is this like a one and done kind of thing? We do not wish to.
Oh yeah. Well,
Assault.
as you're flying off, you can just shoot their stronghold with one exploding ballista, whatever, and that'll be good plenty.
Make a persuasion check with advantage because you fixed the ballista.
I'm good at persuasion with advantage. Oh, thank God.
And I inspired you earlier, so you probably still have that, unless it's been 10 minutes.
Oh,
It's not been 10 minutes,
or
so
what?
you could add the inspiration if you would like to.
6.
Quark.
It's a 21. We did it.
I suppose if you gave us the coordinates, we could fire a parting gift for you.
All right, I know we know something about where it is as characters, but as player, I don't.
It's to the east of here. We have a map. We can show you where it is.
I was gonna say, you guys have a map of exactly where it is, don't you?
Lead us! Get the map! I'm continuing tickering. This thing isn't quite done yet.
While I show you that, have you ever seen this substance, and what do you make of it? I take out some Charlatan to show them.
Which one are you showing it to? Are you showing it to the one that has the cargo that's been telling you guys the jokes, or are you telling it to the other one?
Whichever one agreed to take a shot for us.
That would be the other one then, the more straight to the facts. Are you like handing him a piece, or are you just kind of like getting it out of the bag and showing it to him?
I'm going to like put it on one of the crates nearby, or like hold it in my gauntleted hand or something like that. I would try and let him not touch it unless he was like, give him a warning for it.
I have not seen something like this. He reaches out his hand to grab it.
You should be careful. I hold back. It has been known to have mind-altering effects. But if you're confident,
I'd like to see it try. Anything from this world is much too primitive for a mind like mine. And he reaches out and grabs it. I could examine it closer if you would like. I've not seen something like this. It appears to just be stone at first glance.
So is it
Would
not
you
like
feeling-
tickling your brain or anything? Not making you angry?
irritable?
Yes, I'm always angry and irritable ever since setting foot on this ship with them.
well, let me know what you find out about that. Have we conducted the trade yet? Have I given the jokester his crystal and gotten?
You have not yet. He's just kind of like sitting there with like a pistol and a rod in his hand.
If only I had a joke about impatient people, but I don't. So let's just do the trade.
So you hand him the crystals. He like hands you the other items, and as he does that, he goes, why is diarrhea hereditary?
Please no.
It runs in your genes. Anyway, here you are.
Oh no.
So you should have gotten 2 handouts there. One for a laser pistol and one for a pacifier rod.
So I guess who has the highest dexterity and wants to use a pistol?
And has proficiency in firearms?
Well, technically, artificers have it by default, but so it wouldn't be unreasonable for Drock to get training in it.
It's a variant rule, like variant human, that the DM can tell you that you have it if they're willing to, but otherwise it's not really default.
Yeah, so I would, with Drock, I would say that you would, with one long rest of you actually like taking your time and like looking at it while resting, you would be able to figure it out. This laser pistol specifically has 50 bullets left.
I assume we can't reload them.
It's going to be a creation bard or something and create ammo.
Oh, why you do that, Trent? I have a joke for you. Why didn't the brain want to take a bath?
Is brainwashing?
Oh yeah, you ruined it.
Sorry.
Brainwashing. That's very funny.
Yeah. Never traveling with you, Oblidas. You ruin all the punchlines.
Well, except for Terex.
Aha!
Terex runs those on his own.
Oh. I thought we had something going.
So he takes the crystal and he hands it off to his partner, and his partner goes up the stairs to immediately get the crystal situated.
Hopefully, him taking that piece of Chardonnay with him to another dimension won't totally, spread demonic taint throughout the multiverse. That'd be a shame.
I'm not sure what Chardonnay is.
I take out another chunk of Chardonnay and show it to him. Be careful; it makes you angry.
I don't think anything could make me angry. He takes the piece of Chardonnay from you. This is interesting. Do you mind if I take it to examine?
So long as you share the results with us, I don't mind. Do you need a bigger chunk?
No, I believe this will suffice. Would you
All right,
like to see the rest of our ship?
I don't want to delay the examination, but you can give us a tour to your lab again. By the way, does anyone want the pacifier rod to carry on the person?
I think I can make the rod a bit more efficacious.
I question how, but it's all yours. Don't stick it up your bum.
Dang it! Stop ruining the punchlines.
Well, if you'd like to see, it's up this way, and he goes up the stairs. Let me start moving you guys up there. Is everybody going up these stairs?
Except for Drock, I guess.
Let us say yes.
Is Drac still fixing?
I think Drock said he's coming with us.
Yeah, I will come, but it will be like a minute after when I put the finishing touches on. This one broken?
It is, yes. You want to take your time trying to fix that one as well?
It really depends on what else happens.
This is the second layer of our ship. Behind these doors is just the propulsion room. It is nothing too exciting.
Can I take a look? We have to go in, but can I look?
If you would like to. And through this door is the actual propulsion unit.
Well, how does it work? Does it go?
You put a crystal in it, and then the things go.
Oh, so it's like...
Yes, that is a common misconception. The crystal does not actually go into the propulsion chamber, but instead is placed upon the helm of the ship to grant life to the entire ship.
Wait, so is the ship alive?
Yes and no. It depends on your definition of alive. Does it have a heart that beats? Yes. Does it breathe? No.
That is tough. If it doesn't breathe, I mean, there's creatures that don't breathe. Yeah, right. Like earthworms. Although, do earthworms have a heart? I guess no one knows. Well. Question for the ages.
Examined earthworms.
So, is this ship propulsed by science or magic?
I believe that depends on your definition of magic.
I mean, is it? So you're saying that science and magic are the same thing?
In primitive languages like your own, yes.
Oh. I'm gonna become a scientist.
I wish you the best of luck. Would you like to see the helm?
Of course.
Hey, I'll be down here fixing this. If there's another one up there, though, let me know.
Tiger, you staying
Um,
down here?
I'm going. I need to move
I'm
myself.
gonna accompany
Uh,
Druck. I just don't think it's a good idea for anyone to be alone.
Does anything look
Good plan.
broken up here?
No, actually, everything looks in pretty good shape. So up here is the helm. Essentially, you just see a panel that's got a whole bunch of like flashing lights and everything. And the other gnome is situating the crystal and like locking it into place. And as you walk up and you kind of like take a closer look, you hear like this click, and all of a sudden everything in the ship comes to life. It's like it all just powered up. That is better. We will be ready for liftoff shortly.
Weren't you gonna analyze the Chardolin? Where does that take place?
Yes, we've got our workbench in our quarters behind here. Except it's not letting me click. God damn. Roll20 is like super buggy today.
Today?
Just today.
Just today. Yep, that's it.
I heard that Roll20 was making their ship more expensive recently.
Are they?
They're raising the price on Pro or whatever, the subs. Wait, you're sub to them because you have dynamic lighting, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll probably switch to something else for 6E or whatever comes after that. Like I'm sunk in. I have sunk costs for 5E, so I'll buy the 5E stuff here. But whenever the next thing comes out, there's a few other alternatives that are good, so I'll buy my stuff on those.
Beginning July 1st, 2021. It's going up $1 a month.
Oh, I think I read that and I was like, oh, okay.
Though, if you're already subbed, your
back.
price is locked in. I guess it doesn't affect you for up to 2 years.
We did it.
That was a fancy door. How do you open those things? Why does it take so long?
Sometimes things are finicky, and I just must refresh everything.
So what's this big red circle?
Those are our stasis chambers. That is how we sleep.
Just one for all of you?
We are not very big. Also,
sounds cozy, I guess.
Varen joining the mission was last minute.
Do you normally travel alone on these ships?
Varen is the straight to the point one. Dredovex is the crude one.
Well, it's nice to have company, right? Question mark. Especially with so many little ones to look after.
If I may ask, what was your mission? Is your mission?
Unless you made the little ones on the journey, in which case, I don't know if that was part of the parameters.
No, they are part of the mission. We are exploring the unknown.
But what's unknown about here? I mean, we know everything. Well,
we weren't planning on landing here.
Oh, but it was an accident, I see.
So in here, the dome chamber is full of clutter, a lot of it piled atop a table. Behind the table is the 5-foot diameter cryostasis chamber. And you see 5 strange glowing gizmos that are attached to the walls, 7 feet above the floor. The devices look like the tips of metal wands held in with pincer claws. So this here is our study. We will examine the, as you call it, Charlatan. It may take a few minutes.
Sure. What's the rods on the wall for, if you don't mind my asking? Are they like the same thing as like the pacifier rods we had before?
Actually, those are in case somebody was to kill us, they would attack. But because we are in the room, you are not in danger.
Neat. Sort of like when I summoned up my weapon out of magic to fight your carrion worm, just like that, except for physical and more permanent.
Yes, that's sort of how it works.
Wait, I've read in
Cool.
great stories
Can I
where
have one?
like
They are affixed to the walls.
I heard of a captain who like booby trapped his ship such that if someone were to, like if there were to be a mutiny and they take it over, his ship would explode. Does your ship do that?
Our ship has a self-destruct, but it requires special mines.
Can the children hit it? Oh, that seems like something that the children would love to do.
They are not intelligent enough yet, but I fear soon.
Oh, you should do something about that. I mean, unless you want your ship self-destructing.
Well, hopefully at that point they are smart enough to not blow up the ship while we are inside it.
I mean, like, children have tantrums, though, sometimes, right? Like, what if, you discipline them for stealing a brain or something, and they're like, you know what? I hate life.
That would be quite unfortunate.
It would, right? It's just a warning, I would hate to see something great like this self-destruct as a child through a tantrum.
You should give me one of your magical weapons, just in case that happens. We'll have something to remember you by.
You already have the laser pistol.
Can we trade the laser pistol for like a weapon that fights on its own?
Well, if it's not affixed to the wall, it will not work.
So it doesn't like detach from the wall to fight? How does it work?
It shoots lasers.
Oh, I thought it was like a sword and pop out and like fight with a sword.
Like, everything in this place shoots lasers.
We found lasers to be the most effective.
Except for that you use ballista explosives.
Yes, because they make bigger booms than lasers.
So why not have explosives in this room too?
Because lasers are for precision. Explosions are for destruction.
It does make a lot of sense. It's like firebolt versus fireball.
I think I would choose fireball every time. Assuming equal number of uses.
I mean, like, they put 50 firebolts in that pistol. You can't put 50 fireballs in a pistol. Wait, can you?
I have finished researching the Charlatan. I thank you very much for this opportunity. I have not seen anything like it.
Always happy
quick at this.
to. Glad it was a fruitful exchange. What did you learn?
The Charlatan possesses mind-altering microorganisms that will induce rage upon the non-intelligent.
He's calling us stupid. Wait.
Is there any way to destroy the crystals or render the microorganisms inert? That does require your magic that we could do ourselves, of course.
Yes. A short answer, no. Longer answer, yes, but you must destroy the Charlatan to do that.
It's a worthwhile trade.
Well, so does the Charlatan have any, like, useful properties, besides making you angry? Does it make for, like, excellent swords or something? Excellent, I don't know, dragon awakening ritual summoning?
I am not a craftsman, but I assume if you were to make a sword out of the Charlatan, you would probably create monsters of mindless rage and destruction, should they not be intelligent enough to withstand the microorganisms altering the brain.
Maybe not a
Some might
sword.
consider
Then.
that a worthwhile trade.
What if we were using it to like summon a dragon? That makes sense.
I do not believe these have magical properties to summon anything. However, the organisms could probably bind together to make such a creature if one was capable of harnessing the metal into the shape and created such a being.
Wait, so you can make a
That
Charlatan
reminds me that I
dragon?
have some other Charlatan. Like I take out one of the amulets we had from the cultists that could cast magic. I was like, I believe that this amulet here was used to grant magical powers to someone who otherwise was a squib.
Scientific powers.
A squid.
No, squib. It means a person who can't cast magic. You would say a unintelligent person.
Oh, yes, that would make sense. I suppose if you were to alter the brain in such a way, they would not be of the same state of mind, and the magic would be cast through the organisms instead, creating a pseudo, as you call it, magical ability. Yes, this would make sense.
So I guess the real question here is we want to fight and kill and prevent the spread of Charlatan. Any assistance you could give us in that regard, such as how to destroy the Charlatan or how to keep people from casting spells to Charlatan or other ways that are effective against these invisible microorganisms, as you say, would be extremely helpful.
Well, as far as destroying the Charlatan, any normal means of destroying metal would work. That being said, loud, thunderous types of magic would probably make the organisms inert for a time, making your spells and abilities more effective.
I'll take note of it.
Is there anything else we could do for you? You have, after all, saved us from a doomed existence on this planet.
I don't suppose you have a portable furnace or smelter that we could like put small chunks of Charlatan in to destroy them on the go. Getting a forge in this shitty snow wasteland is difficult to get high enough heat given the dearth of sufficient adequate fuel.
He takes the Charlatan and he throws it up into the air and grabs his pistol and shoots it out of the air. Yes, the laser pistol will work. As the laser hits the Charlatan, it just explodes into 1,000 pieces.
I want to pick up some of those tiny pieces. Are they still Charlatan? Is this shard now inert? Because it's still the dust still exists. It's just smaller.
I believe it is no longer.
Well, the problem I have is, and I jump out my pile of Charlatan, is I don't think we have enough ammo in the pistol. Because I contain 3 fist-sized chunks of Charlatan, a dozen amulets, 6 large but less than fist-sized chunks of it, and 25 pebbles. We'll say 23 pebbles since I gave them pebbles or something. We have a lot of Charlatan, and this is just the tip of the iceberg.
Well, as I said, any way you destroy metal will also work on the Charlatan. It just might take some time. Therefore, any kind of forge would eventually destroy the Charlatan.
No scientific fuel or portable furnace that we could fuel with magic or anything like that?
Unfortunately, all of our furnaces are used to power the ship and will be going with us.
Well, do you mind if I leave the Charlatan here for you to dispose of just to save me some trouble?
I would happily conduct more experiments with the Charlatan.
Fantastic. I will give him all of my Charlatan.
Your
assuming he
donation
did-
to our scientific advancement is much appreciated.
I'm assuming I don't get any sense that he's lying to me and like I don't know is going crazy or anything.
Make an insight check. Nah, he seems fine.
I'm glad to get that out of my inventory.
That looks like it was pretty heavy. You've been lugging that around the whole time?
Yeah.
Oh, well. I guess as long as they put it to good use, maybe next time we see
Better
him.
than it being in the hands of cultists or crazies or whatnot. Although I mean, this shit is everywhere. So,
Although if you guys get rich off of this, remember us. We're Dewey, Cheatham, and How.
It is a play on words. I appreciate it.
Of course, we're not asking for like royalties or anything because I mean, it's kind of trash. But
it's a play on words.
Yes. Did you not mean for it to be a play on words?
I don't actually know where
Yes,
the
I
name
agree
came
with you.
from. I think Drock came up with it. He's kind of smarter than all of us, so he's the brains of the group.
Yes. So you assume that it's just 3 random names, is that it?
Well, no,
I thought it was a non sequitur.
It is a play on words.
Huh. Today I learned. All right. Well, we don't want to delay your departure any, and you've got a dwarf fortress.
Do you not understand? It is do we cheat them and how?
Yeah, no, I get now that you say it.
Okay.
Boy, that's
Yeah.
genius. But that kind of gives us like a bad name, isn't it? It's not like bad connotations.
Yeah, I just thought it was a unique name. Have brand appeal through uniqueness, not like secretly implying that we're untrustworthy.
Oh, we might need a new name.
Well, see, not now we just say we're named after the dogs.
Oh, that makes sense.
You have dogs named Dewey, Cheatham, and How.
And really, it's
Yes.
Dewey, Cheatham, and How.
You are very strange.
I mean, you have tentacles.
Ha! Got him.
Deep down, don't we all wish we had tentacles?
That's true.
Anyway, where did Druck go? I would like to offer him recompense for the crystal that we have stolen from him. He seemed attached.
I think he's still working on your ballista downstairs. He likes to fix things.
He does like gifts, though.
Makes him very happy.
And he picks up a weird like helmet looking thing off the desk and heads downstairs.
Oh, thank you for the grand tour.
I will follow him out so I don't get shot by the laser.
Does anybody stay in the room?
Nope.
Okay.
Not testing it.
Excuse me, Druck.
Oh, yeah.
Druck, make a tools check, an artificer's check thing for the ballista.
It's that 17.
The 17. Oh yeah, I had to reload so I don't see it. So yeah, you fix that, no problem. I wish to offer you this for parting with your crystal. We appreciate it greatly.
Oh, you're too kind, even after the gun and rod.
Yes, that was to appease your less friendly companions.
Oh, I clicked on myself. Sorry.
Before we go too far, can you shoot those Dwergar a second time with this second ballista that I just fixed? Or is one all we get?
Well, unfortunately, the ships are designed that one of us must be piloting the ship, so
I
the
see.
other will fire the ballista.
But the kids, they would love to shoot the ballista. You could have 3 of them working. It's a
Well,
crew
but
service
then
weapon.
we have literally no clue what town is going to get wiped off the face of the map.
It's a training exercise, and like you have the other ballista to show them where to shoot. So they literally they can't fuck it up, and if they do fuck it up, at least they'll learn something and destroy something that isn't your ship.
Would you like us to have the squidlings fire a ballista as well? I believe the 3 of them could do it. I cannot promise the target.
Just fly low enough that like they either hit a mountain or the Dwargo stronghold will be sufficient. I think. Like they can't possibly miss by so far as to like hit like Brinchindar or something.
You gotta trust them at some point. You gotta let them. You gotta push them out of the nest or whatever metaphor you want to go with.
Yeah, they gotta spread their tentacles, man.
Exactly. Yes.
Drakia, he hands you this.
Oh, it's telepathy, except not in stone form. I like it.
Yeah.
It also looks extraordinarily evil.
Yeah, the little gem in the eyes, a little.
Holy shit!
It's the brain design on the skull covering that really sells it as evil.
It's got the whole package.
Thank you very much. I thought I was going to lose the ability to annoy people through walls, but this'll return that opportunity to me.
May you enjoy that. Anyway, I believe we will be taking off soon. Rin, Rix, guard, please. We will teach you how to shoot a ballista. I'm sure nothing could go wrong.
Yeah, of the
Again,
lot,
aw.
who's the smartest one?
None of them.
All right,
Maybe you could Drock put like a limiter on the traverse and elevation of the ballista such that it can't be aimed too erroneously far off course or like aimed at the ship or Brinchindar.
Those words probably mean something. I can do some extra tinkering, but I don't want to limit their ballista for them. I think if that needed to be done, they can figure it out themselves, right?
Well, I mean, usually you just put like a block of wood on. each
I say
side
we
and
trust the
stick-
squidlings. You know, they seem intelligent. Rin, I wish you the best of luck. I will give him a bardic inspiration. And Rix, was it? You seem like the leader of the group, so you get enhanced ability intellect. I
Leader doesn't get charisma. He gets
very
it.
curious or cautiously walk up to him and touch him on the head as I cast it. It's like knighting him with the feather.
So you give the inspiration to Rin, you give the enhanced ability to Rix, and then as you're like doing that, Zglard just like looks at you expectantly.
Yeah, you get
I give him guidance. Shar will guide you in all your upcoming actions for the next minute.
good luck to you.
Well, with that underway, we are going to get ready to take off. Thank you very much for your assistance, and I hope that our ballistas will aim true.
Yes, we do too.
In case we sort of glossed over where to aim, I will take out the map and describe the area relative to their current location, etc. You give them an accurate description of where they're expected to go and what they're expected to shoot. I haven't actually seen the stronghold, so I don't know what it looks like, but I just should be stonework in this area. Give them an accurate location so they don't fire on the wrong, ancient dwarven rune.
So to clarify, you guys are wanting them to shoot on Zardarok's fortress.
It should be the place just to the east of here.
Okay. Okay.
I mean, do we want to get a lift over to there and they could drop us off and then they could shoot the fortress and then we'll just assault
Well,
it?
you
right
don't
back?
want to be too
No.
involved.
I think we still have to go check out the stones that Elena so
That's true.
willingly
I
put
did
off.
promise Elena we would go see the stones. It's a shame. That was a cool plan.
And I don't really want to jump out of one of these ships and go assault the fortress. That seems like an idiot plan.
I think the plan sounds awesome.
You don't want to be linked to the massive carnage in case something goes wrong.
Oh, nothing's gonna go wrong. All right, well, We trust the little ones with the ballista. I mean, they seem smart.
What's the range on the helmet telepathy, Drock?
Well, I suppose it's whatever the range of detect thoughts is.
Well, can't you like detect thoughts and then like use telepathy on them when they're further away, and then like you could see the results of their actions while we're still down here?
While wearing this helm, you can use an action to cast detect thoughts from it. As long as you maintain concentration on the spell. It doesn't say necessarily it has to be detecting thoughts on any particular thing. You can use a bonus action to send a telepathic message to a creature you are focused on, not necessarily related to the detect thoughts spell, apparently. It can reply using a bonus action, but it doesn't say anything about a range.
But detect thoughts only lasts a minute.
Although it also doesn't say that there's any kind of limit on how many times one can cast detect thoughts if one would like.
Oh, detect
Only-
thought, it's a self-targeted spell, yeah.
Yeah, but I'm saying it lasts a minute, but there's no limit on how many times it can be used, other than the suggestion spell property at the bottom.
Well, I think detect thoughts has a range of sight though, like so you need to
For the duration, you can read thoughts of certain creatures when you cast a spell, as long as you can focus your mind on any one creature that you can see within 30 feet of you. So 30 feet. For the detect thoughts part, for the telepathy part, it doesn't actually say that there's any type of range. Unless Suchi would like to clarify that it means those are.
I believe the focused on is you have to be able to like see them, just like you would with detect thoughts.
So you can't annoy us through walls.
Damn.
Or you have to annoy us through walls in a minute.
You have to see us, and then within the next minute, you can annoy us through walls.
Yes.
And I would also point out it does require attunement.
The Psy Crystal did too, I believe, so it's swapping one for the other.
Right, but I'm saying they're taking off, and you don't just instantly attune to things.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, fair enough.
I wasn't planning to use
I guess while they take off, I will start performing the ritual of augury.
Was this a bad idea?
You guys are getting off the ship then? And is that the plan?
So.
So you guys get off the ship. The ship gets ready to take off. And go ahead and cast your augury here.
So I'm just curious on how the impending ballista training exercise against the Zordarox fortress will go.
You get wheel and another reading that you're not really quite sure.
But it's not well.
Maybe not. Maybe it's wheel. Maybe it's woe. You kind of get it like back and forth. Well, there's definitely one wheel though.
It's wheel and what the fuck.
No, fair enough. We take those. So let's wave goodbye to the squids and gather up the dogs and return to Dugan's Hole. Yeah.
So you guys hop off the ship. He casts his augury spell. The ship takes off. In the distance, you hear one explosion. You're waiting. You hear a second explosion.
Did it come from the same direction?
Make a perception check for me. It definitely came from the east.
It's at least vaguely the same direction.
No matter what happens.
Similarly loud, like, because if one's like way quieter than the other, you're like, oh, well, they shot way off. But like if they're equally loud, then it's roughly in the right area, and that's good enough for.
Yeah, but with his perception of 7, they seem like they're pretty close.
I mean, I figured like it's like a thunder, like a mile or whatever is like a second difference in the sound arriving or whatever. So, not that Oblitus would know that, but you know.
I think we just call it a win. When we get back to town, if we hear about a city getting leveled randomly, well, we pretend like we don't know anything about it.
We should also wait at least a couple weeks so Suitor can edit the map to reflect any damages that might have been caused. But in the meantime, shall we go to Dugan Soul?
I
Stare
mean,
at some
you can go
giants
near
with rocks.
Dugan Soul.
weren't
What
in the
exactly
town,
are
were they?
you
They
looking
were
for?
around it.
Like their pillars?
I mean, I assume we're gonna have to talk to the people in Dugan's Hole because they're gonna see us and be like, "What you doing running on rocks?" And we'll be like, looking at them, and they're gonna be like, "We're assholes," and we're gonna be like, "Stop being assholes," and they're gonna be like, "We refuse," and then we're gonna punch them because they're dumb.
Great. I'm glad we got that conversation out of the way.
Yeah,
That's
like,
just how you assume all conversations with people go.
I mean,
What happens
yes,
if they're
but
really nice?
I feel like it's even more likely when we were talking about the people of Dugan's Hole.
You know, if you think about it, that's kind of like how 2/3 of our conversations with people have gone. Except these guys. These guys are kind of smart.
All I'm saying is that our best conversations have been with guardsmen, and only like half of those.
All right, so the ship takes off. You guys heard the explosions. You guys are setting course for Dugan's Hole. That's the plan.
That is the plan.
Perfect. We're gonna take a quick, like 5-10 minute break. I will be
All
right
right.
back.
I'm back.
I am also here. Or am I? I am actually. Yeah.
So while we're just waiting for Sutra to return, I watched an anime a couple weeks ago called The Wandering Witch Journey of Elena, and it reminded me of Elena because you have similar names. That's about it. Characters are nothing alike.
I think I watched the first episode of that. It was okay.
Okay describes it a little generously, but yes, it was strange.
Basically, I watched it and I was like, that was a thing. I didn't hate it, but I don't want to watch anymore.
You definitely didn't miss out.
I need people to like, at least multiple people to recommend an anime before I will budget the time to watch one.
Yeah, the thing about anime is like you have to actually watch it. You can't just put it on and do something else because then you don't understand it. At least I don't understand it.
Yep.
I recommend Great Teacher Onizuka. That's like my go-to for an anime that is like entertaining, but not mainstream enough that like everybody's watched it, and not like so old that it looks terrible, although it's getting kind of old now.
I returned.
Do we level up?
Very.
No.
That's it. Night. You might like Chihaya Furu. That's my favorite one about something that's just totally fucking Japanese. That like there's no American could ever make this show because it's like they're literally reading like Japanese poetry, but they're playing like a combination of memory and like slapjack at the same time. It's a thing. It's a real thing, but like they're playing like professional carta as it's called, and it's and then like of course there's like a high school romance thing on the side, but
okay, you lost me at High School Romance.
Well, it's an anime. It has to.
It's gotta have a little bit of high
This
school
might be
romance
why
in
I don't watch many animes.
Exactly, right?
like I said, at least it's usually not the primary focus, although that several of the main characters are high school students, so it is a fact. The female lead is relatively ignorant of the attention from the boys, so she's just like, I want to play cards, motherfuckers.
Much like I want to play D&D.
Same.
10 of 10 transition. I like it.
You're welcome. Suture's dead again, though, so rest in peace. We were close. You were so close.
He came in and we didn't like immediately say let's play D&D, so he's like, I'm out.
He's gone off to make money on TBC.
Can you guys hear me now?
The
Yes.
enchants aren't gonna sell themselves.
Oh my god. What is happening to Discord tonight? Okay, so
To tell you what, you buy a TeamSpeak server or whatever, and we'll play on there.
I only use Ventrilo, thank you.
Sure, whatever. I haven't had that. I've actually gone 2 computers since the last time I had Ventrilo installed, I think. No. I've gone like 3 or 4 Windows installs, but that I think several of those were on the last computer I had.
So as you guys watch the ship fly away and head deep into space somewhere, what do you guys want to do?
We're heading back to Dugan's Hole. By the way, our dog's still alive. No one ate Dewey, Cheetah, and Hal, right?
They're still alive.
Oh.
To be fair, carrion crawlers are a lot less threatening than Yetis would have been in this scenario. Like, Yetis possess a certain animalistic cunning to sort of draw our attention and then ambush us from behind and then make off with our animals, which is why I was concerned. And the GM is going to use it against us later. But, carrion crawlers, even when controlled by gnomes, are less threatening. All right, to Dugan's Hole with all due haste, which means we'll go as slow as possible so we get there as late as possible.
Yes, you guys head up to Dugan's Hole. Go ahead and make a survival check for me.
Where's my scrolls?
You're pretty sure you're on the right path.
If we happen to miss it, it's really not the end of the world. If we go too far to the right, we hit the lake. If we go too far to the left, eventually we'll hit a river.
You don't sound very confident.
I mean, really, just gotta keep walking till we see the giant stones.
So you guys make it back up to the river here. And once you guys are nearing the river, Alina, your owl returns.
I think I like share sight with it, right?
You can, but then you have to blind yourself.
Gotcha. We still have the sled and stuff, right? At one point, if I could, I would take a turn on the sled.
Okay, fine. I'll keep watch.
So the sled doesn't like fit a passenger, so you have to steer the sled, and that I'm not saying it's impossible to do all blind. I'm just saying maybe not ideal.
I can't even stand on it and just let it go straight.
No, we can
you're
just
supposed to be steering the dog.
No, you can just jump into the where we used to put all the armors. We could put a person, at least briefly. I mean, that's why I was late.
I mean, I guess we don't have a ton of cargo right now. We didn't come back with piles of loot.
Well, if I can get a spot where I can just, I guess, not be completely useless while blind, then I will do that and look through the owl's eyes.
Do you
But
explain
it's-
to us that that is why you want the spot?
No.
Then Oblitus is like, what, you want to sit down? No, that's.
Well, you let me do it.
No, I thought you were riding the back of the sled and steering.
Oh, I thought I was just like chilling out.
No, I don't allow that either.
Okay, fine. I was steering. What the heck?
I just would really like a moment to sit down and.
It's been a long day. Yeah, just like.
Are you injured? Are you fatigued? I
No.
could cast restoration on you. And
No.
What are you
In that
hiding from?
case,
You're
you get
being all
walking.
shifty.
this is your.
We are going towards the statues now, right? I want to make sure that I am ready for this because this is apparently what I've been possibly looking for.
Like need to catch your breath.
Do we need to stop and perform a ritual then or something?
No. I just don't want to be like tired and unprepared when I go there, but not in like the magical sense.
Like in the physical sense.
Well, I mean, we could just go slower if you're tired. It's not that big of a deal.
Is it really that hard to make a little room on the sled? Just a little
The
bit.
sled is if you were injured, sure, or if like you had a compelling reason. But like I think it's a bad precedence, and it overworks our dogs who are already working very hard without a leader.
I sit down on the snow and I'm like, I'll catch up with you shortly.
I mean, we'll wait.
We just wait here if you need it. Yeah, if you're tired, like that's fine. We've been trekking through the snow all day.
Not opposed to a break. I'm just opposed to a break on the sled.
All right, break time.
All right, we decided to take a short rest. I guess let's at least like get off of the river proper because like people use it as a traversal point. Like let's like hide behind. Let's like there's a little like valley here or something. We can like
Ah, yes, right when we found the white dragon.
Yes, exactly.
Right there, we hide right there.
Basically somewhere where we can't be seen for miles around, but we're not like in the main thoroughfare either.
Because once we find a good stopping point, I will just sit down again and look through the owl senses.
So were you sending your familiar to just go scout it out and come back, or did you inform him that he should get there and then wait for you?
I think I didn't have a specific, like a comprehensive instruction because I wanted to look and then like decide from there.
Okay. So you guys start taking your short rest, and you look through your owl's eyes, and you finally see the fortress, and you guys did some pretty serious damage to it. There's an army of Dwergar that are like coming out of the fortress, trying to figure out what exactly happened, and the front wall of the fortress is just destroyed, bursted open. It looks like both of the shots connected.
Not bad. Do they just look? Do the Dwergar look disorganized, or are they looking to attack someone? I guess
They are looking to see who did it. They are organized.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, I will recall Lulu.
Is there anything else anybody else wanted to do during their short rest?
Sure, I'll cast another augury. And the question I will ask, the course of action will be if we go to Dugan's Hole first before like investigating the city. Like the town proper. Insofar as the shithole has a town proper.
You get no results back.
Long rest is a long time. I do it again. Ask the same question. Knowing that the result has a 50% chance of being right.
Still no result.
Huh. That's actually kind of unusual. Like a random result I can understand, but no result.
Hey, I'm playing this song here, but no one seems to be resting.
No way.
Well, I'm not hurt.
Yeah.
I think I'm
I
one
don't
that might
think
have been.
anybody's hurt.
Well, why am I playing this song then? And you guys don't get a song RS this time. Or I get a song of, I don't know, fucking your family members instead. I don't know what kind of song that is. It's Country Roads.
Country music. All right. Having gotten no results on my augury, I have no intention to change your plan.
And after like giving the recall command, Elena will get back up and I'm ready to go.
You rested?
Alright.
Caught your breath?
Feeling better?
Hopefully.
You don't sound so good. Are you sure you're ready for this? Like, you might encounter something you don't want to see.
Or maybe I'll encounter nothing at all and I'll be very depressed because this wasn't what I was looking for.
Yeah, it is kind of depressing when you spend your whole life looking for something and you find it and you realize it's nothing, huh?
We shall see.
On the upside, maybe you'll meet some incestuous cannibals or whatever the hell Dugan's Hole is full of.
Onward then.
Yeah, onward.
Hey,
What time
keep
of
an
day
eye
is it
out
now?
for the dragon.
Until the dragon is blind.
Yeah, well, you want to fight a blind dragon?
Better than the one I can see.
Do you still want to fight a blind dragon?
Rather not.
There we go.
As far as what time of day it is, it's still about afternoon. You guys didn't spend a whole lot of time.
So you think we could get to Dugan's Hole and still have enough time to explore? I mean, it gets dark all the time, so who the fuck cares? All right, yeah, we'll just carry on.
Okay, make a survival check to get to Dugan's Hole.
I mean, technically, I'm trying to get to the stones outside of Dugan's Hole.
Okay. Yes, you guys don't have any issues arriving at Dugan's Hole. The stones outside it, rather. I'm going to move you guys to that map.
Map. Oh, it's like a.
Oh, I thought the stones were like all spread out.
I mean, technically, based on the scale, they're like 50 feet apart.
You know, I thought they were like miles and miles apart.
I think it was we saw them from a mile away, but I did think they were further apart as well.
So you guys are coming in from the south here. Do you want to head up to the stones, or what is the plan?
Unless Alina tells me differently, I'm just gonna, yeah, right. Like it looks like they're on a little hilltop there or whatever, or around a hill, and then there's a bigger stone at the top or whatever. So, I see there is a path on the other side, but we can't see that path from here. So, assuming that like this part of the hill can be like scaled sufficiently, we'll just ride the sled dogs up to the top. The top.
Yeah, it's not a steep
my
hill
plan.
or anything. You can climb it pretty easily. The path would certainly be easier, but I mean it's nothing you guys haven't climbed before.
It looks like it'd be harder to go around anyway. Do we want to take any precautions before we go up there? Like, I don't know, detect magic or anything like that? I mean, Alina, you tell me, are we expecting like ghosts or something or demons?
I have not the slightest idea.
All right. Are there any reasonable precautions that you can take to, I don't know, again, like detecting magic or.
Nah, it's fine. Let's go.
I believe I can.
Or do you
detect
want to,
magic.
like, pass without trace
Probably
or
a good
something?
idea.
I mean, they're just rocks, right?
I mean, no.
Are there the right number of rocks?
I'm too lazy to count. Are there 22 stones on this map?
I am literally counting on the map right now.
I only count 20. 20 is the right number, right?
Yes. Not counting the center stone.
Oh, well, there's 9. counting the center.
Oh shit! Did someone steal one of them?
Unless I miscounted.
Unless
There's
it-
19 in the circle, and then the center stone.
Oh, I double counted the first one. Okay.
All right. So I guess Elena casts Detect Magic, and no one else has any other rituals they want to cast. So we're just gonna ride up to the center, or do you want to stop at the nearest one first?
What do I know about these stones? They're stones, after all.
Yeah. So once you get to the stones, and you look at the faces of the stones that are facing the inside of the circle, it looks like there's like this monstrous like creature that's depicted on one of them. And then you look at the next one, and you see kind of a depiction of a village that's on fire. And you go to the next one, and it shows the monster running across the frozen, or the frozen wastes again. And as you keep going through, you end up making a story out of it. It looks like this creature is summoned, and it just rampages across some kind of like frozen wasteland, destroying everything in its path.
How can we tell the wasteland is
Unfortunate story.
frozen as opposed to like just a regular wasteland?
There's ice crystals on it.
Because Drock knows everything about stones. And clearly, the way that they etched it, it was frozen.
So, Drock, you're saying this is like a book in stone tablet form?
It appears that way.
And Elena,
Is there any drawings on the outside as well?
There's not.
what exactly is it about these stones?
Uh,
I mean, besides that you were looking for them.
I am not sure. My goal was to just get here.
Well,
Let's go to the
you're
center.
So
here.
here now.
Now what?
Um,
Wait, maybe that monster
I-
that popped out in the story is going to come out and eat you.
I don't. I hope not.
Well, good luck.
Well, would it be okay with you guys if you go on ahead and I get sit here for a bit and
Let's at least look at the
try
center
and
one.
find some insight.
I mean, like, we can wait with you. Probably. I mean, if it's going to be like, an hour or two. If it's going to be like 6 weeks, then we probably can't wait with you.
I don't know. I feel like I might just need to meditate on this or something. Preferably without people breathing down my neck.
Oh, we wouldn't breathe down your neck. No, we'd say, no, we give you your space. Just make sure that when the monster comes out to eat you, we can help.
I mean, I don't want to hold everyone up that much, but
We literally made you wait to come here, so we're willing to wait while you do your thing. Within reason.
And we don't really, I mean, I don't want to really go into that town from what I've heard about that town.
We don't want to go into doing so anyway, and we're going to take a long rest here shortly anyway, so we'll just set up a campsite around the center stone, and, you'll have 8 hours to do whatever you want.
that's fine with me then.
That said, I do want to go look at the center stone. Is that different than the other?
It is. So you go to the center stone, and the center stone almost looks more like a pedestal of some kind. And engraved into the pedestal are 3 notches. One on the top left corner, one in the center, and one in the top right corner.
If only I had the Triforce or the Penitent of Courage. What shape are the notches?
Circular.
So
They're-
pendants of power.
They're they're about 10 inches in diameter each.
How big was the ever-glowing light from that inn?
How big was it?
Yeah.
Much bigger. Not much bigger, but like it was like a foot.
Is there any other writing or anything like that?
There's not in the center pedestal.
I guess like I will follow up to the center pedestal. Do the notches ring any sort of bell? Have I like seen this imagery anywhere?
Make a religion check. Nope.
Unlucky. Hmm. Has Lulu returned by now?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I don't know what everyone else is doing, but Elena is going to just sit down, like, by the center stone. And also, I have had detect magic running this whole time. Has there been anything magical about these stones?
The center one looks like it does some sort of magic. You're not really sure what kind, but there's definitely some kind of magic about it.
I will start by touching the stone, just touching it.
Nothing happens.
Okay. Then I sit down, like with my back to the stone, and I don't have a specific plan in mind, but I guess we plan on making camp here, so let's see what everyone else is doing. But I probably just plan on sitting next to the stone and hoping something happens.
What's everyone else doing?
I think we'll set up camp.
I'll attune to a helmet.
Wait, do you want to test your helmet out?
Well, yeah, once I'm attuned to it, yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, you're tuned to it. Want me to make you a fish sandwich?
How long do the animals last from baggage?
I don't know. What does it say?
Until the
Next
dawn.
dawn or reduced to
I
0 hit
summoned
points.
3 animals from the baggage. So I get a bear, or a boar, I'm sorry, a dire wolf, and a giant rat. And I'm going to instruct them to, patrol the area for stuff trying to sneak up on our camp. So I'll give them like a guard command.
So are you guys kind of just like holding up like inside the stones then? And then they're gonna Tarek, what about you?
I'll just help Obletus set up all the tents.
Thank you.
Hey, Obletus, can we eat that boar?
I believe if you kill it, it disappears in a puff of magic.
Well, that's no good.
And even if you did eat it, I think the food would disappear next dawn. So you'd just be hungry.
Yeah, but at least it tastes good. I mean, better than fish. And bread.
That is true. Maybe you could cut it and then drink its blood like a vampire.
Okay, maybe not that.
I hear blood is rich in minerals.
Yeah, but if it disappears, you don't get the effect of the minerals. You just drink blood. It's about tasting good, not being good for you.
Fair. I will say that these animals are a good target rather than like me to practice your telepathy on because, they're, they don't have any secrets.
But then, like, how do you know it worked? I was gonna, like, pick a number and then see if you could guess the number. Because that's a really popular party trick.
I imagine that since he can use the helm to like give them suggestions if they start doing the things he's suggesting, that's a good clue it works.
Lots of false negatives, false positives. Sometimes it would have worked, but also they won't do what I told them to.
Well, good for you to practice your limitation.
As well, I am still attuning. Shh.
I am going to go to sleep. I'll take the first watch in the morning or last watch.
I'll take watch now.
Is everyone just going to sleep then?
Well, after my tuning.
Yeah, you turn. No problem.
Unless
Do you want-
Elena like just drifts off to sleep, she doesn't plan on sleeping really.
That is up to you. You can stay awake if you would like to. You would take a point
I
of
will
exhaustion.
attempt to stay awake.
Everyone else is gone to sleep then?
I suppose the addendum that we should have some order of watch, and I will participate. But yeah, otherwise.
I'll wake you up next, Rock, and then you can wake up Derek, and then Derek can wake up Oblinus, and Alina will do her thing. Whatever that is.
Oh, by the
Alina,
way,
are
Drac,
you-
how do you feel when me casting beneficial magic on you while you're asleep?
That really depends on what type.
The kind that will give you additional toughness.
That's fine. And thanks, I suppose.
Alina, are you planning on taking a watch by yourself at all, or is the group allowing Alina to do that, or are we rotating watches without her?
And then we'll do it without her. You're free to do whatever you want with your rocks.
Okay, much appreciated.
That said, if you see something dangerous, it would be, prudent for you to alert us.
Definitely.
So Alina, you keep focusing on the stones. Nothing really happens. But Lulu is sitting on your shoulder. Is Lulu a cat or an owl right now?
Probably went back to cat at some point.
Okay. So Lulu is sitting on your shoulder, sometimes purring, sometimes just staring at the stones. Yeah, nothing happens all night.
And wake up very depressed if I fall asleep.
Well, I mean, if you choose that you want to stay awake, you can stay awake. You will just take a point of exhaustion doing so.
I think I'll probably doze off at some point.
Okay. So you guys wake up feeling refreshed.
So I want to, before, when I wake up from my watch, but before
Mhm.
my long rest is finished, I want to use my spell slot to cast Aid on myself, Tarek, and Drak, and then get my spell slots back when my long rest finishes.
Okay.
Aid is 8 temporary HP for 8 hours, so 7 hours after we wake up.
No, it's plus maximum HP, not temp HP.
But that's true. It's 5 maximum HP, but you can just record it as temp HP that stacks with our temp HP.
Wait, it's 5 or it's 8? Sorry.
I don't know what's the spell say. 5? 5.
Okay. Cool. Thanks.
And you guys level up. Because of where we are in the story, we're gonna call it there. So you guys have time to level up, and then we will continue next week, assuming everybody is here next week. But you guys can all level up and do all that.
I am here next week, as far as I know.
I am also here next week. I am missing the week after that though, because I'm getting married.
Congratulations.
Alright.
Excuse me, you're gonna skip out on D&D?
Yes, I'm going to skip out on D&D to get married.
It's alright, the rule is we have to miss 2 people.
Interestingly, I am also going to be going to a wedding that weekend, but not my own.
And
Wait, are you
not
going
mine
to
either.
Sutures?
Well, I don't know. It might be yours. I don't think it is.
It is probably not.
It'd be
That would be a
really weird if
wonderful
it were, though.
coincidence.
I don't actually know the person getting married to my girlfriend's brother, so it might be you.
Wait, that, you guys, if both groups got married, you guys would be cousins?
Not really. There's no blood relation between
Yeah, it's
Jordan and the
not-
person
not
I
getting
think
murdered.
that's a sister-in-law is how that works.
I don't understand. Whatever. Isn't if you, like whatever? You would be somehow tangentially related to each other.
You tried.
Wait, if your girlfriend's brother is the one getting married, that means Suchi is your girlfriend's brother?
I mean, hypothetically possible. Pretty sure not.
Pretty sure not.
Yeah, well, small world, you know.
Enjoy not being here in 2 weeks, but I will see everybody next week for
Yes, we'll be
Level
here
Up
next
D&D. But for now, I'm going to go. Good night.
Good night, Jordan.
Bye bye. Feels weird not asking, do we level up now? What do I do?
I mean, you can still ask. It's just the answer is yes.
Should we level up again?
No.
I have to look it up every single time I level up. The health you gain is like 5 plus con.
Depends on your
You're a
class.
D10 class, aren't you? Or you're D8? You're probably a D8.
I'm just gonna pull up the handbook.
So what it is it's half your HP. Like so, if you roll D8, it'd be half of that is 4.5, but that rounds up to 5, and then you add your con modifier.
Yeah, Warlocks are D8, so D8 plus con. I still don't know if I'm going to take the cleric level here or take the cleric level at 6. Let's take the cleric level here. Who needs multi-attack or whatever you get at level 5? Bardic Inspiration on short rests.
I don't think bards get.
Now you get Bardic
Extra
Inspiration on short rest though, which is basically like double to triple your total per day Bardic Inspiration use.
Especially, I mean, it depends how many encounters we have, but we tend to get at least one short rest in for Tarek. So
Yeah.
we'll let you go ham on the Bardic Inspiration.
But I mean, Peace
You already
Cleric.
pretty much go ham.
Yeah, having 20
They-
charisma does give you a lot more uses than normal.
I picked up Warcaster. Now I don't have to like juggle my weapon around anymore. And I have advantage on con saves for concentration checks, which is important because I'm about to get Spirit Guardian.
Cool, I get another cantrip.
I also picked up Word of Radiance just because I tend to find myself in big clumps of people. So AoE cantrip seems okay. Not great, but okay. Oh, it's a con save. That's so garbage. Word of Radiance is pretty terrible. I should take it as well. We should have gotten Spare the Dying for terror.
I mean, it's like the only AoE damage cantrip. Could argue technically Create Bonfire is, but
I don't get Create Bonfire, so I will say, since I can do a cantrip or cast a spell when as a reaction now, can I cast Spare the Word of Radiance as a reaction?
it has to target only your target.
Yeah, that's what I figured. But still, like Toll the Dead is on a reaction is not terrible.
Is it actually better than a weapon attack though?
The things we've been fighting have had really high AC, so generally, yeah. I mean, the problem is that neither my saves nor my weapon attack is particularly great.